Just Gene here with big man Yusuff and Brent, and this is Meet Us After 7.
Yeah, still shit. Episode 201.
Let's go, baby.
We are now in the 200s. It's going to be a long road to 300, but we're here.
200.
We here.
How many weeks? Sorry. How many weeks are left in the year?
Left in the year.
Yeah. I'm just trying to guess.
I'll let you do the maths while I talk.
Okay. I mean, it's not necessary. It's fine.
Yeah, I got a long docket here.
My time is fast spent.
We'll see if we can get through all of it.
It's 4 months left, right?
Yeah.
So 4 times 4 is 16.
So 16, so we'll be on 216 by the end of the year.
2 plus 2, quick maths.
Come on.
Before we get started, the live show is next week, Sunday.
Ooh.
I repeat, the live show is next week, Sunday. You can still grab your tickets right now from touchticket.co.uk. A nice, intimate live show.
Come and have a good time. Come and smoke some shisha.
Up close and personal.
Eat some wangs.
Yeah, it should be fun. Well, it will be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, come down, vibe, shisha, food, drinks.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, all right. I'll just read out the information for those who are not privy to it at the moment. So, intimate live show from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Next Sunday, the 13th of September at Parlay in South Woodford, E18 2QL. Tickets from touchticket.co.uk. The link is in the description, or you can find it on our social media bios. Food and shisha and drinks are available. So yeah, come down. All right, cool. So much to get through. Should we start? Actually, I'm gonna quickly trigger Gina before we get into anything, deep. So Gina's BH. Sorry, I meant BF, best friend Marcus Houston, who is 39 years old.
Married a 19-year-old.
Got married to a 19-year-old.
Do you want to know what's really funny?
Last week, and Gina is obviously very. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't like massive age gaps.
She is a age discriminator.
Not really. I just don't like big age gaps.
So she hates. So the minute I saw it,
You
I
thought
put
me.
it in the group chat.
But
I
you know
thought,
what's
"Gee,
mad? You
let me know your
lot
thoughts."
didn't need to. So before, I'd seen someone say, "Are we not going to talk about how Marcus Houston's engaged to a 19-year-old?" So I saw that from before.
Yeah.
Then, when they got married, I saw it and I went into a rabbit hole. Like literally, I literally went on. And what annoyed me is she's Chris. At first, I thought she was Chris Stokes' daughter, but she's not. But she's best friends with Chris Stokes' daughter.
Okay.
Who's also married. But they're very young girls, very pretty, but 20. You can't find someone your age.
Listen, love is love.
But the maddest thing is, that's
Love
the
is
age gap
love.
between my parents. So who am I to talk?
Love is love. And to his credit, MH, as I like to call him,
He doesn't look his age.
doesn't look his age anyway.
No,
So
they don't look
the
like.
picture doesn't look weird.
They don't look, because she doesn't look 19 either. So
Yeah.
she looks.
I'm not
older.
saying that, I am for this, because I wouldn't date someone 20 years my junior.
Bruv.
But each to their own. If they are happy, they are happy. But I know Gina is a very big advocate of,
Like, if you was.
can't you find someone your own damn age?
Yeah, or
So I
even
thought, you know what I
at
mean?
least, that's 2 decades, big man. 2.
Yeah, it's long still. But listen, as the Pied Piper once wrote for Aaliyah.
Age ain't nothing about a number.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but-
ain't nothing but.
No, but look at. This is mad, because look at the context of what you're saying.
No,
yeah?
I'm joking.
But the point I'm making is,
I get it.
you using him as a reference is
Very bad example.
Which,
I know.
Which
I know.
furthers my
I
point
know,
of why
I
it's
know.
sickening.
I know.
Yep, I get it.
Like,
Bad-
you used
Bad
the
example.
worst example.
Bad example.
Ever.
But the message remains the same.
I'm gonna throw my tea on you.
No, the message remains the same, but the person who delivered it is a bit mad.
No, because the person who delivered it for a specific
I know,
reason.
but if, for example, I don't know, Jamie Foxx said AJ nothing but a number, it's cool, innit? So I get it's a bit higgy because R. Kelly is the one
It's not a bit.
who is the champion of this phrase.
It's not a bit.
But
it's a
let's
lot.
remove R. Kelly from the situation. Age ain't nothing but a number, and love ain't nothing but a thing. You know,
That's not how-
yeah, how it goes.
$1.
That's not how it goes.
It's not love. It's agent number.
$1? $1 ain't nothing but a thing.
Is it love? No, let me get the lyrics. I'm sure
it is love. Brent, can you, our resident R&B expert?
No, okay, hold on. It's
agent
shame, we both got it wrong.
What is it? But love ain't nothing but a
throwing down ain't nothing but a thing.
Oh. Agent nothing but a number.
Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. Just loving I have for you. So can I sing? I know he wrote the song
what's the word?
for her.
What's the word after that?
It will never change.
That was it.
You didn't know that?
No, I knew it, but I kind of want you to sing it. Go on.
So obviously he wrote this
Hold
song.
on, trigger warning.
He wrote this song.
Because we're talking about R. Kelly.
But I'm a massive Aaliyah fan. Does that mean I can't listen to her music anymore?
You have to ask Gloria.
No, I can't ask Gloria because she still listens to R. Kelly.
Ask Brent, because Brent cancelled R. Kelly. So Brent's a good...
I wasn't listening to R. Kelly anyway.
Hmm?
I wasn't listening to him anyway. So.
No, but that's the thing. I wasn't either.
No,
but
what she's saying is, can you listen to songs that R. Kelly wrote?
Because if I can't, there's a lot of songs that I can't listen to then because there's B2, like...
It depends on where
B2K and it can...
Use your own moral compass.
Excuse me.
What's your name? But I'm even thinking about, I need a girlfriend. Yeah. That is one of my jams.
You're singing it, so you might as well listen to it.
No, but I'm asking.
Did you always know he was producing under the moniker of Pied Piper? Or
Yeah.
Did you just realise that, like, not recently, but...
No, I knew, like
at the...
Yeah, I knew that's what he referred to himself as. So whenever you heard, you gonna ride it out.
You gonna what?
Nothing.
You gonna ride it out?
Well, let's ride. It's an ad-lib.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like... And I feel like his voice is very... Anyway, I don't know why we're talking about him.
Yeah,
Let's move on, please.
Oh, he did get beat up in prison.
I saw... Serves him right.
He got stomped out still. All right, so Marcus Houston dating a 19-year-old woman. Are we here for it? Not here for it? Yay or nay?
No.
Brent? That's a yay. Gina is a nay. I'm a do you. That's me. Do you?
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah. If it makes you happy, big man.
You're not paying attention today.
No, he can do what he wants. I don't know
care.
who MH is. Oh,
Marcus Houston.
Yeah.
Ooh, the guy who is Omar's brother.
No.
He's not his real brother, but yeah, that was
in
Oh, don't piss me off. You got served.
Yeah, you got served as his brother. No, the whole story, they had a marketing ploy, which was that they were brothers, but then they weren't really brothers.
I didn't think that.
Cool.
You didn't think what?
That they were brothers. But,
No, but they always said they were brothers.
Marcus Houston used to be in
Immature.
Immature.
No, he still is in Immature.
What was he called? Wasn't he called Batman?
Batman, yeah. Batman, Romeo, and something BD. That person.
Or AKA Roger.
So is it 20 years gap?
Yeah.
So I think if it is that he's 60 and she's 40, we don't really have a conversation.
But that's what I'm saying. If she was 40 and he was 60, I wouldn't give a damn.
Yeah.
I feel like when you get past a certain, like when you get past 40, you can do what you want.
40.
So then he's got one more year then.
No,
man.
as the youngest age.
Oh, the woman. Oh,
not even the woman. Because if it was a man, I'd still find it weird. So when whoever the youngest person is, I feel like past 40, you can literally do what you want.
It's the MH and bye. I swear, R. Kelly has vocals on clubbing. He does, isn't it?
Yeah, he
does have vocals on
Platinum
clubbing.
status, TJ. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, he has vocals on quite a lot of songs that
That's
came
the
out
point
in,
I'm saying.
in those
So
like
it's
2
like,
years.
am I not allowed to listen to Clubbing's a tune though? I think it might be my song of the week. And that's like one of Joe Budden. You won't holler. I just shoot by the corner of your eyes and you want to ride. You're looking at popular.
I reckon that's one of the most famous
Joe
hip hop
Budden.
guest verses. Not just not just hip hop, but not just Joe Budden, but hip hop. Period. Like hip hop and R&B collabs. That's one of the most famous guest verses, I think.
I don't think so.
It is. Trust me. Like
really,
as quiet as kept and as small as those two are in their respected fields, Clubbing was a massive song.
No, it was.
And that verse is very.
Yeah.
It's just what's the word I'm looking for? It's just.
She's a private dancer.
Yeah. There's a lot of quotables. Yeah. Everyone remembers it. It stands out.
Damn it, you're doing how you doing.
And outside of the black community, even though it was big within the black community, in the white community and others, it blew up. Like you couldn't go to a uni rave back day without Clubbing coming on. Come on. Clubbing was, I mean, all right, cool. So, before we move on to greener pastures, Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P.
You know what's so mad? Yeah, I found it so. Even thinking about it, I was like, "Rah!" I feel like I need to cry, and I'm holding back my tears. I don't know why his one hit me so hard. Yeah, I don't know if it's because I watched thingy recently, the James Brown
Yeah.
thing recently.
Yeah.
I watched, is it Five Bloods?
Yep. 5 Bloods.
Recently. So, and obviously, I remember when Black Panther came out, how big of a deal it was for me.
Massive.
I went and watched it more than once, and I don't know, like, and then you know what it is? I always feel like when people are such good people and so good-hearted and have like such an amazing legacy, it's really painful when they leave.
Yeah.
So seeing all like the speeches when they're talking about Denzel and just all the good stuff that he had to say, and like the clip where he was getting emotional talking about the 2 cancer kids who were waiting for Black Panther to come out before they kind of passed away, knowing that he had cancer at the time, and just I just found it so overwhelming. And then I saw you know the British actor that's in Youngbloods, the one that was in The Wire. Did you see the video where he was talking about how he felt really bad because he was excited to work with Chadwick, and his wife asked him, how was it working with Chadwick? And he was like, oh, it was cool. He goes, but he's a bit delicate and precious. And his wife was like, why? And he was like, oh, every minute after like we did a scene, his girlfriend would be massaging him. His like makeup artist would be giving him back rubs, whatever. And he was like, he just thought, Black Panther got to your head like you're some kind of bougie
diva or something.
Bougie diva. Not knowing that the man was actually dying. And obviously they were doing this to kind of like help him. Yeah, and he got emotional when he was talking about it. And I was like, that's mad, because you probably prejudged the guy and had this notion in your head that he's like some prima donna.
And the thing is, that's what everyone done, because if you can remember
when he got really slim, and they were
that as well. But remember, there was a certain time when he kept doing the Wakanda Forever pose, and he just looked like he was fed up with it, and everyone kept saying, "Oh, look at him, he looks tired of doing Wakanda Forever. Oh, he has to do Wakanda Forever again or whatever." Yeah, not knowing that he was sick, suffering from cancer, and he was just down, and that was why he looked
the way
so
he looked. And he obviously,
unbothered or just
through all of that chemotherapy, and I know that chemo is a lot on the body. Yeah. So having to go through all of that stuff. And I think it's because no one expected it. So I was like, if we knew he had cancer, I think it would have been an easier pill to swallow. But I remember I woke up on Saturday and I went on my phone and Sally reposted it. And I just saw a picture of him.
Why did you say you had a name like that?
Because it was just Sally. Not our Sally. Strength Ambassador Sally.
Oh.
That's why I said that. Sorry, not our Sally.
Okay.
So now you know why I said it like that. Yeah. So she doesn't post stuff like that. So I saw a picture of him. Yeah. And then I saw the caption, but then I didn't even read the caption. I just saw RIP and I said, this is a joke. Then I went and typed in, then I went straight to the shade room. I don't know why. I was like, let me go shade room. And I just saw all the clips and I was like, no way. And I was like, what happened? Yeah. Then I saw he had like...
The thing is, if you look at obviously all the pictures and videos of him when he was like slim, one of the rumours was, or narratives was, he's getting slim for a role in the next movie. But
which is what you'd probably think anyway.
Yeah, that's what you would assume. I didn't think that, I don't know what I thought, to be fair, but I didn't think it was for a movie. I just thought he just looks really skinny. I never had any other thoughts besides he just looks mad skinny right now. But I didn't think further than that. But to come to the realization that he was diagnosed in, I believe, 2016, and he didn't tell anyone. He filmed countless movies while sick, while battling cancer. He's a champion. I mean, for him to go through all of that and not, make it known. Obviously, some people, if they're sick, they want, sympathy and they want,
And I can tell I can tell that he didn't want all of that. He didn't want he didn't want anything that came with it, like the sympathy, and even having to address it, it's long, because I can imagine, imagine you're having to deal with something and you have to kind of deal with it, and then everyone's opinion of what you're going through and having to consistently have those conversations. And he's a celebrity, so he's not going to be able to get away with not talking about it if it's public knowledge. Yeah. So I understand completely why he kept it to himself. And it's mad and it's sick to know that he had people around him that were trustworthy, because no one leaked it. No one knew. And even, I think Spike Lee, so obviously I assumed that people probably would have known, like at least those that he worked with would have known. Yeah. And Spike Lee, when he came out, I think a fan must have asked. And
what film did he work with Spike on?
Five Bloods.
Okay.
And he was like, none of us had a clue. He said, none of us had a clue. Yeah. Nobody knew. So
Well, according to this tweet, I'm not sure how accurate it is, but it said the films that he filmed after being diagnosed, Black Panther, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, Thurgood Marshall, 21 Bridges, and Five Bloods. And he filmed those films relatively back to back to back while battling cancer. It's mad to think, you know.
Proper.
That takes a lot of strength.
And willpower and like
willpower.
I feel like a lot of mental strength as well because
a lot of faith
you have
in
to
God,
put it together.
A lot of heart, a lot of desire, a lot of patience with the process. Because obviously he's battling, thinking. Obviously he's going through his chemotherapy. I'm assuming, and you know anything that can help him. And obviously he's hopeful. And you can see his weight fluctuating. At one point, he was super skinny, and obviously he has to go through. Apparently, people were making fun of his appearance.
Yeah.
And he deleted, underneath the comments. So, underneath posts on Instagram in the comments, people were making fun of his, and he deleted the pictures where people were leaving negative comments. And I saw, one of the biggest takeaways I've seen since his passing is be kind always, because you never know what someone's going through.
But the thing is with that, and that's the reason why that's annoying is it shouldn't be because you don't know what people are going through. You should just be kind always.
Yeah.
So it's like
100%.
It's like the internet in particular, like everyone feels like they're entitled to comment on somebody else's whatever it is.
Yeah, life.
And this person's passing shouldn't be a reminder because you guys should just be practicing this anyway. I just find it weird though because, and I guess it's because I'm not that way inclined, but I generally don't have I never have the urge to leave a negative comment under anyone's post. Even if I don't like it, I just never feel like my opinion, no one cares about my opinion, so
You're cut from that cloth.
There's
people who
I just don't get it though.
Feel the need to leave negative comments, and we are a certain demo of people. Then there's people who, for some reason, feel the need to leave negative comments.
And it's just like just to give your opinion, and sometimes I just think, but why? Like,
it might sound bad, but it feels like it's more so Americans that do that than people in the UK.
Yeah, but people in the UK do it though. Like when I see the Shade Borough stuff, sometimes I'm like, but then I get it with that kind of page. It's like they kind of leave the forum open for people to kind of like.
But don't they set the tone?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They kind of is an alley-oop. They kind of like set it up so they will know what they're gonna post. That's gonna get people to talk shit and whatnot. Yeah. They do it on purpose.
And I think whatever they caption it as well helps. Because I was even watching a podcast this morning and they were comparing Shade Borough and UK Gossip TV. And I believe, if I'm getting them mixed around, and excuse me, but they said that I think Shade Borough, they're more respectful in the stuff, not the stuff they post, in the caption. Whereas UK Gossip, they're just throwing shade and just being...
They do stuff like, let's say they'll put a picture up of like, this isn't what they do, but I'm going to give an example and be like, imagine there's a girl and she might not have a bum or something. They'll be like, rah, Becky's really showing us her goods. Or
who does that?
That's what
either one of the two, the Shade Borough or
the caption would be like
UK Gossip TV.
Would be shady, so people would be like, please, like, really, what back? Or do you know what I mean? Like, you know.
So the example that you used recently in the group was the Jazmine girl, her getting a degree.
Yeah, I put it in the group.
I don't think I saw that.
And
no, I did.
Okay.
They've shown a picture of
her and her tits. Yeah, and obviously in the comments,
that's you're setting the tone there.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you're talking about
and
Jazmine,
in the comments.
Pinky.
Like people were like, "Rah, is this the picture that you have used?" Like they said it. Like, you know, people are gonna go for the fact that her tits are practically hanging out.
That's why they
like,
put it up there.
Yeah, they set the tone.
Yeah. So, what would you prefer? That subtlety,
Hold on, let me see.
The just brush.
It was a Shade Borough though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even think that was the issue with the whole showing the tits thing. If I'm honest, for me, I took it as her as a person. So if you watched her on Backchat, she's not the kind of person you'd want raising your kids, basically.
That's why, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't she just push sex all the time?
I don't know who she is, per se.
I don't know if she pushes... I didn't watch Backchat religiously. I don't know if she pushes sex, but I just know that her and the other girl, Lani, whatever, they were very, like...
I know she...
outspoken and, like, talking about...
She portrays... like
surgery,
sex, and that's kind of her,
that's what I'm talking about,
MO.
Yeah.
But I don't know what content she puts out besides backchat content. I don't know.
No, and I know that her and Renee had beef for like the battle of the BBLs and stuff like and throwing shade and stuff. Anyway, I think all jokes aside, I think it was just more from like just hearing people's views or like how they kind of like.
You saying you wouldn't leave your children with her?
No, I wouldn't.
How come?
I wouldn't.
How come?
No, to be fair, I don't really know her that well. I don't really know much about her, but just based on appearance, I wouldn't. Why are you laughing?
I wouldn't either.
This is it. I mean, you probably
But
wouldn't
why?
want to look after my kids anyway.
Why?
I just wouldn't.
But why?
For
I just
me,
wouldn't.
If you really break it down, and I'm not saying I would or would not leave it with my kids, but you're saying no based upon her appearance.
It's mad because I've only seen certain clips in it, and the clips I've ever seen are wild.
Yeah.
In terms of like what you're talking about.
Is she the one who had the blonde wig?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's wild with the stuff that you're talking about. So it's like, if that's your character and that's you, I don't want that influence over my kids.
to be honest,
To be honest with you.
No, I understand.
So
that.
for me, it's not
But
even
I'm
about
just trying to find out
physical
your
appearance.
reasons, innit?
But for example, if I had like a brother
Yeah.
who was on the roads and trapped,
Yeah.
and that's the lifestyle that they lived and portrayed, I don't want my kids around you because I don't want you to influence them for them to grow up and aspire to be like you because they see, uncle's got nice cars, uncle's got girls, da 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 da. Do you get what I mean? So I don't want what you like. If me and you, in terms of like my morals and values are not the same, then I don't want you to influence my children.
I'm sure she's a professional. I'm sure she would do her job.
Yeah,
with aplomb.
probably, but
you ain't having my children.
All right. So, and I don't want to sway too much off topic from Chadwick here, but so based on what you're saying about Yasmin, is her name Yasmin? Do you think that strippers then are bad mothers?
Oh, is that
No,
what I was saying?
No, I'm asking.
No,
a question.
I
I
don't-
wouldn't choose a stripper for my childcare provider.
No, I know, but do you think strippers are bad mothers? Is the question.
No, I don't see the.
think
I
that-
don't. No,
yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
Well, you don't see the
Because
correlation. With what I'm
Yasmin might be a
No,
fantastic
because I
mother.
see that you're.
Just not for my children.
saying. Fair enough. Yeah, but there's a reason why leaving your kids with her is just out of the question.
100%.
What if she's your last resort? Like you're desperate for. a
Nigga, I'm
babysitter.
taking them with me.
Beggars can't be choosers.
No,
But
I don't think strippers are bad mothers though.
do you think porn stars are bad mothers?
The thing is, I don't want to.
the job title doesn't dictate.
Your parenting.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how I'm
That's
seeing
my
it.
point.
What's what you saying? You asked me if it's I would leave my
But
children.
I'm
Yasmin, I said no.
I'm.
I know,
said
but
no.
I'm trying to open up a wider discussion because
I
you're
know.
Bring
saying
it, bring it.
Yeah, that's what I
Because
said.
I'm not making any connections other than this unique example you've asked me about. I'm not saying it's a wider thing. Every single
Yeah, but
Yasmin,
you're saying
every
no
single
to
Yasmin should
Yasmin
not be
bec-
childcare
Yeah,
providers.
but you're saying no
If
to
it is,
Yasmin
that's the
because
case. If there's a stretch, but brother, I'm speaking with my chest here.
I know you are, but
My entire
so
you
chest.
haven't really told me the
So
reason
do you
why.
feel like my thing is justified?
Say your thing again quickly.
So I said mine was more on like values and morals. If I feel like we're not in sync,
Yeah.
then I don't
Okay,
want
cool.
you influencing my child because it's
So,
conflicting.
so then that's why I asked. Okay,
Pressure
so,
on that because there are holes
so
there.
do you think
Okay.
that strippers,
Yeah.
porn stars,
Yeah.
glamour models,
Yeah.
all the above and all the below
Mm-hmm.
Should not be
are-
childcare
are
providers.
good mothers?
No, that's different.
I don't
Okay, cool.
know.
Alright,
I
cool.
don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not
but-
gonna.
okay,
I don't think
Childcare
you're not.
providers taking care of children.
Okay, but
No,
Yusuff,
don't
I do not
connect them.
feel. I
Okay,
don't.
cool.
I don't feel like your job is a reflection of your parenting. However,
Mm.
those people you mentioned couldn't look after my kids because our morals and values are not the same.
All right, so okay, a better question is forget the mother's part. Every occupation I just mentioned, do you believe that they are unfit to take care of children?
Oh, this guy.
It's
I
the
don't understand
same
the question.
thing. It's the
100%.
same
He's
thing. You
trying
just
to get-
worded it
he's
differently.
No, so just say
He's
yes
trying
then.
to get you to say what
I
you
don't
want to
think.
say.
I don't think they're unfit to take care of kids.
But you
If-
just wouldn't let them take care of your kids.
yeah, but I don't. You know what you just asked me is the same
No,
thing
no.
about. Do I feel like they're unfit
no,
mothers?
I've heard your answer.
Okay, cool.
I like
You-
this, Yusuff.
But you guys just haven't answered the follow-up question about those occupations.
Waited 200
Okay,
episodes to get this.
those job descriptions
Yeah.
are not looking after my kids.
Okay, that's what I wanted to
Yeah,
hear. Cool.
which is
But do you think they're bad mothers? Do you think they would make bad mothers? Because of their
no.
occupation.
I'm not judging. I can't judge your parenting skills based on your occupation. If your occupation is, you've chosen to do that because
Because there's some doctors who some bastard appearance.
Exactly.
That's why I'm saying I don't think it correlates.
Okay. So then
It could be.
take your child then.
But you didn't. Bruv, she's not anyway.
you know.
How do you know? She does on Friday nights.
You're paranoid.
Would you let Yasmin maybe, chill with your
To be fair,
other?
you know what?
That
You
might
know
be a
what? Do you know what it is?
I mean,
I don't know her in it, so I can't really. I think
it's all based off a perception.
it's unfair for me to judge.
Yasmin,
I could do it.
Judge her.
come on the
I
pod,
do.
innit? Come on the
No,
pod.
it's
speak
It's
up.
my children.
It's
I will
un-
judge.
It's my children. I'm gonna judge. Sue me, bitch.
I need to be at ease when it is I leave my children in your care.
Yeah.
You understand?
No, I hear
But
that.
the point I'm making is, like I
Yeah.
said, if I had a sibling or a relative who I didn't like the way they lived their life, I'm
Yeah.
not having my kids around you. So I think it's the same thing.
Okay. But you think strippers
I think strippers are what?
are
Bad
playing?
mothers.
Bruv, I never said that.
I'm messing. All right, cool.
Oh.
We sidetracked. Have you got any thoughts on Chadwick?
Yes, I believe he had a great innings. I was going to ask you all, if you were in the same position where you all have a role, a career, where people relied on you, like fans and whatnot, and you still had a litany of jobs still on the roster to
Yeah.
do, would you all do the same thing? Would you all not tell everybody about this? Just keep going. Just tell the essential people his girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. Would you all continue doing it? Would you take the same path? Because that's, for me, I had to ask myself that question. And then me looking at what he did, again, he's loaded much higher than if it is I didn't ask myself the question.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And he knew that there was a end point.
Yeah.
It's not as if it was hope still there.
Mm.
So knowing your end, when you're going to be done and still plugging on with whatever was expected of you without telling anybody else, because you don't want to distract from the place in your mind that you've decided you're going to get to without the noise, basically. I think it's a lot.
It takes a certain strength. Like, it's mad because even to have the willpower to do it, and remember, with a lot of these jobs, it's like you're contracted. So once you start, it's not like, okay, we started filming and now I'll turn around and be like, I can't do it anymore. I'm not feeling it. Like, this is a film. So you have to commit. So
I went further than that, though. I heard that he had married his girlfriend.
he married her in October.
Cool. So, in my mind, maybe he needed to complete these contracts so that the money still came in, so that when it is passed, his wife got everything.
Yeah.
So maybe that was the thing. If it is he had told all of these producers and whatnot,
Oh, they would have,
You
yeah.
understand? So it's like, babe, I'm going anyway. So let me look to make you pack
Yeah.
when it is I go.
Yeah. And then
That's beautiful, man.
But
Like,
you also-
I know it's speculation, but even if that isn't the case, it's like,
I think that might be because even when
It's a
you
lot.
when you asked your question initially, one of my first thoughts was, if I tell people, they may take the jobs away from me. And
Yeah,
I may
100%.
need these jobs. So
yeah.
to answer your question, I would keep quiet. One, if I'm sick and I don't want everyone knowing anyway, because I don't want everyone asking me questions. I don't want everyone, trying
And
to
every
take
single
care of
day,
me.
you're gonna have to.
I don't want
really,
all the attention. So I'm keeping it quiet. Obviously, people who need to know will know.
Will know, yeah.
But no, I'm not telling no one. No, keep it to myself. I keep it to myself.
I think from what I've gathered and learned about myself, a quiet life is a happy life. Like, even with anything. Remember how I said to you, I said, if I got engaged, I'm not putting it on Insta.
Yeah.
Yusuff was like, I said, like, legitly, I'm not doing a post on Insta saying I just got engaged. None of that. Like, I don't need everybody else. Like, I don't need everyone in my ear.
Yeah.
I can't even handle it. Like, so imagine something like that where there's no way people are not going to reach out to you and
Of
like
course.
bombard you. It's going to be
Your
too
inbox
overwhelming.
Inbox will be full.
Yeah, so I wouldn't. I think I'd literally just ride it out for as long as I can. Obviously, if it gets to a point where you can't hide it anymore, then fair enough. But it would be I'd go as far as I can to like just conceal it to myself, and only my nearest and dearest or those who needed to know will know. I was gonna say, do you know what though? This isn't the first time it's happened, but like, it was just another reminder for me that legacy is everything, man. And like you have to. I was just like, you know, I'm even more motivated to just go harder because it's like this is what you want. Like imagine looking down from wherever you are, hearing all the beautiful things that people have to say about you and seeing how much you impacted people's lives. Like that is priceless. Like you can't pay for that.
Yeah, listen, in a way,
so,
that's what life is partly all about, is what you leave behind.
Yeah, that's legacy.
I saw a quote on Twitter which I took and reposted, and the person said, "Death is inevitable, legacy is forever."
Mm-hmm.
And that's the truth. Like everyone is gonna die, but what are you gonna leave behind?
This is it.
That's it.
So again, I just thought, nah, man, like it's just all about impacting people's lives in a positive way and living your purpose. Like you could tell he knew his purpose. And like he was living in his purpose. And I feel like that's one of the main reasons why he continued doing what he was doing. Because he knew that his purpose wasn't for him to just wallow in self-pity or not complete what he was here to do. So do you know what I mean? So I admired it so much and I thought, nah, man.
Yeah. And
this is like, you're actually a real life superhero.
And I hate that it takes death for people to like appreciate someone's art. Like even for me, I haven't seen any of his movies besides the Marvel movies.
Oh, is it?
So,
I've watched 21 Bridges.
So now
I've
I'm going to go and watch his movies, but why didn't I do that? Obviously, that's all whatever, but I wish I would have taken the time to take them in before he passed. But now that he's passed, okay, cool, let me go and watch his movies now. And that's kind of how life happens. Like people don't appreciate people. Obviously, there's too many people to appreciate. So it's not like, how can I focus on and appreciate everyone? But it's always a reminder that, give people their flowers while they're here and don't take anyone for granted while they're here. And try your best to, be in tune with who you want to be in tune with and where you can. Because I do like him, obviously. I'm a big Marvel fan, massive Marvel fan. So Endgame, Civil War, Black Panther, massive fans of them all. And I should have taken in more movies. I will now. I'm going to watch his whole catalogue.
Do you know what? Also, yeah. What's going on in my head? What was I going to say? I think two things. I was really touched by when I saw like Michael B. Jordan.
I haven't read it yet.
I kept looking out for it, and it made me sad again because I was like, imagine like you filmed with that person and you were really like in terms of like your characters, like even Angela Bassett, that was her son, isn't it? So,
and what's his little sister's name?
Shuri.
What's her
Letitia
Wright. Yeah.
So it's like, imagine like you're a cast on your family, you're a family on cast, but like I'm pretty sure you build a bond and a relationship because it takes ages to film these things. So you literally become like a crew. So imagine like losing one of your like family members, so to speak. Like that's crazy. But this is what I was gonna say. I think I feel like Black Panther is what gave him his legacy, if that makes sense. I feel like gave him his legacy, but I feel like
that's his
biggest movie. And
remember, it's one of the highest grossing movies of all time.
That's what made our community literally put him on the pillar.
Yeah.
And seeing like the little kids like crying and being upset that they're super, like it was a lot. I was just like,
no, he's gonna be.
This is mad. Like you literally like, this is legacy. Literally.
Yeah, no, that was a role of a lifetime. And he took it and he smashed it, and now he's going to be remembered for one of the, obviously, black superheroes aren't really portrayed on the big screen, and there aren't that many even in comics compared to white superheroes. So for him to play one of the most famous black superheroes in a key role,
I watched it again
and nail it for one of the biggest movie franchises ever, and for it to gross what it grossed as well, and for it to be like the cultural impact of that movie was huge.
Mad.
The way everyone was going to the cinema in their Agbada and their native costume, and there was a massive. It was
such a big win for our community.
Yeah, it was massive. It was massive. So
I feel like seeing, obviously since his passing, was another reminder. I remember when it happened, but you know how things fade, you forget.
Yeah.
But seeing again, I was like, nah, you know what? This actually has hit the community hard.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard to watch his movies now because I'm gonna watch them knowing that he had cancer. So it's gonna be. It might be a tough watch.
I think you'll be. I watched Black Panther on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the film even more. You said there's a part 2, right?
Yeah.
So question is, guys, how do you think they're gonna do it? Do you think they're gonna? I guess it has to be based on a comic, so it's not like they can kind of eradicate his character. But what are your thoughts? Do you feel like they're gonna still keep his character? And if so, who do you think is probably going to take his place or is a good fit to take his place? Or is anybody going to be able to like take his place?
I don't know if it's too early to have this type of conversation because he had just passed away.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, who's going to replace him? So I don't want to disrespect him like that.
Yeah.
So I won't say who I think is going to replace him, but obviously Black Panther 2 was on the Marvel schedule, so it was due to come out in whatever year it was meant to come out. I think they're just gonna, because obviously remember Black Panther wears a costume, so I reckon what they'll do is they will have Black Panther at the start of the movie in costume. It will be anyone. It'll be a stuntman, whoever, and that character will probably die in the movie.
Okay.
And then the character will be replaced by maybe Shuri, because Shuri became Black Panther in the comics.
Okay, cool.
That might happen. Or who knows, Michael B. Jordan's character, because there's a rumor that he's not actually dead.
Yeah.
Who knows? So they're gonna have to rewrite the whole script. But yeah, it's because I saw a few people like asking, oh, but what about Black Panther 2? And I'm like, big man,
Relax,
just passed away today, and you're talking about Black Panther 2. Like, come on, it's too early for that. But it's a good question, but I don't know if that should be the you know what I mean?
No, I was just
I get you.
I'm not even trying to disrespect it.
No, I don't think it is disrespect. I just you know what it is. It's just death is just such a tricky one, man.
All right, so I have a different question.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm big on legacy.
Yeah.
And I let that focus guide my interactions with human beings whilst I'm alive. I always think when it is I take my last sleep, how will I be remembered?
Yeah.
So every single morning I wake up, that's my focus. So I never look to go to sleep feeling at odds with anybody. So you mentioned that Black Panther was his defining moment. That's what he'll be remembered as. That's how he will be immortalized. For both of you all, 2 questions. One, if you were to get, God forbid, that news that you had 3 months left to live and then you were no more, how would people remember you? What would they say about you? Second question is, if Black Panther was his immortalizing moment, can you think of one thing that would be your immortalizing moment?
Can I be very honest?
I don't think I've had it yet.
This is a very good question. It's a very deep question, but I'm not ready to answer this question.
Okay.
I'm just not. Like, it's a very good question, and I will do it another time, but right now I'm just not in that place to give you an answer.
Cool. All right. So yeah. He was a great man.
No, that's just me.
Yeah.
Gina has...
I don't think she was going to chime in if it is that you weren't going to chime in.
Why?
Are you going to chime in?
I think we should just do it together.
Yeah.
Why?
I kind of gauge that from what it is.
Yeah. I don't think I've got a defining moment though. Right now. I can't think of anything right now, if that makes sense.
Let me have a go.
All right, cool.
So you probably don't see your influence on the world as others would. I don't know if it's because you yourself
lack of self-esteem. I'm joking. Oh my God.
A little slight imposter syndrome, going on. The best of us suffer from it. But that is kind of what pushes us to be greater than what we deem ourselves to be anyway. So 100%. It could be a gift and a curse. I believe that a lot of people would weep, they would wail. Especially the people in the fitness community. I'm not talking about as your peers, but those who you touched through not your fitness, but the character that's like wrapped into your fitness brand.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that you have touched people far deeper than just on a physical well-being level. I think that would hurt people the most because out of all the other acts that they tuned in to and looked to try to follow. It was you that personally connected to them. So you may not know it now. They may not have even told you or communicated that to you. But God forbid, upon your passing, you might get threats. And your friends might see what you really did. That went far past the whole fitness brand.
No, that's true. I do believe that like my purpose is bigger than just fitness. But I feel like fitness is the vessel, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's much bigger than that. And it's a beautiful thing to explore. So who's to say that in 10 years' time I'll still be doing fitness? But I feel like the theme of whatever it is still going to be the same. Because when people always say stuff to me like, oh, you was a probation officer and now you're into fitness, like that doesn't make any sense. And I always say it does. It's the same job. Like I've just transferred my skills. I'm still helping people change their lives. I don't see it as I've gone from one extreme to the other. It's just transferable skills. I've always been a person who's like wanted to help people. So
and it's still from that no nonsense.
It's the same kind of approach, tough love approach. Yeah. So no, that's true.
That's beautiful. Okay, cool. We could push on.
No, I was just gonna. Well, before we push on, I was gonna read the post that I'm sure it was his wife or family posted. It's actually what I read. It's the most liked tweets
on Twitter. Yeah,
on Twitter in history. All right, so it is with immeasurable grief that we confirm the passing of Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016 and battled with it these last 4 years as it progressed to stage 4. A true fighter, Chadwick persevered through it all and brought you many of the films you have come to love so much. From Marshall to Five Bloods, August Wilson's, Ma Rainey's, Black Bottom, and several more. I haven't heard of those ones actually. All were filmed during and between countless surgeries and chemotherapy. It was the honor of his career to bring King T'Challa to life in Black Panther. He died in his home with his wife and family by his side. The family thanks you for your love and prayers and asks that you continue to respect their privacy during this difficult time. So they posted that alongside a nice picture of him. And yeah, the most likes, not that that means anything, but the most likes in Twitter history. But yeah, man, it's sad. He will be missed. His legacy will definitely live on.
He'll be celebrated.
He'll be celebrated.
Yeah, definitely.
He's definitely going to be immortalized through the roles that he played, especially Black Panther. We're never going to forget that.
And in him actually carrying that burden.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it even like superhuman.
Yeah, that's the biggest like.
Because I've seen a lot of people say, you know what, you weren't just a superhero on stage. Like you legitimately are you're superhuman because that's not an average person. That behavior is not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
no, I know what you mean.
It's even it's added like another element of what of who he is as a person.
Yeah.
So it's amazing, man. Like he definitely lived, even though it was short lived. Because 43? That's not a very long time.
Early 40s.
Yeah, but he definitely lived not fulfilling, but like fulfilling life. Like
one can argue. Obviously, it's all relative to the individual, but I can say that I believe that he achieved a lot in his lifetime for sure, and obviously he had a lot more to give us. But obviously, God's said
time and it's the best time, and God was like, you know what, you've done what you needed to do. I've used you enough.
It's like even Kobe. Yeah, I'm still coming to terms with his passing. It still feels very surreal to me.
Yeah,
even with him, he lived a great life. He left an amazing legacy. He left his imprint on this earth.
It's always worse, isn't it?
You know what I'm saying?
When they're a good person, man.
No, Kobe is still the most shocking celebrity death I think I've ever witnessed.
Do you know why?
More shocking than Michael Jackson.
Do you know what? For me, because Kobe's was an accident, I think it's harder for me to swallow. Like with illnesses and stuff like that, it's like they're beyond your control. I always feel like with accidents, it's always imagine I didn't get on the plane, or imagine, you know what I mean? You know when it's always, there's just too many, like with an illness, you can't something like cancer. You
it
can't.
comes, but with
you can't
accidents,
do the.
there's
If
bare
only I
wires.
didn't. Yeah. With accidents, it's like, if only we didn't get on that plane, or we were late, or it's too much. It's just like you always feel like it could have been avoided.
That's what I'm saying. So he's like, that's why I rate Vanessa, like her strength, because obviously she's probably the one that has the biggest.
And it was his birthday the other day, right? And like it's mad because it's not even been a year, and I know that. Remember, she's not even mourning one. She's mourning her daughter and her husband.
Yeah.
So it's too much, man. It's too much. It's too much.
No.
Even
It's tough.
we didn't ever talk about it on. I don't know if we did actually. The Nicole Thea, the influencer. Did you ever see? We didn't speak about it on here, but
she was pregnant, right?
Yeah, and she passed away.
Yeah, I saw that.
And her and her partner. I didn't really follow them like that, but they were always on my like explore page. So they were like a couple, but they were extremely close. So. They did everything together. They lived together. Like, they were always dancing together or whatever. And I remember when she passed, my main concern was him, because I just thought, imagine losing your wife and your unborn child, like, at the same time. Like, what does life look like after that?
Yeah.
Like, how would you even go on? Like, not saying, do you know what I mean? Like,
no, I understand.
I just thought, like, even to this day, obviously it wasn't that long ago, so I still like randomly like go on his page and just to check to see how he is, or like just to see what he's putting up and stuff. Because I'm like,
who?
The guy, her partner.
Oh, her partner. Her partner passed away?
No.
Oh, you mean just to check up on him?
Yeah, because for me, like, I'm seeing it as life as you know it is no longer the same. This isn't this is your partner and your child, like your immediate family.
Yeah, no, listen.
That have literally...
That can destroy some people.
Literally.
Like,
which is why...
It can destroy you. It probably has destroyed people. Some people, I've seen some people show extreme strength during death.
Mm-hmm.
And I've looked at them and I've thought, how is this possible?
Mm-hmm.
And those people who I've seen show extreme strength during the passing of a family member have always been very religious. Very religious. And I think
that's what they hold on to.
You have to find power in God, and you have to, when you believe that everything happens for a reason and it's all God's timing, then I believe that it's easier for you to take in.
Yeah.
But that's if you're there, if you're in tune mentally.
Yeah.
With your, in Islam it's called your deen. If you're in tune with your deen, then I believe it may be easier, because I've known there was a family who lost. There's 4 kids in this family. And they lost their sister to cancer. And I can't remember how old she was at the time. I believe she was still a teenager. And I know their family. And just to see the strength that the kids were displaying, I was in awe of it, because I couldn't do that. Well, I don't believe I could anyway. So I admire people who are able to deal with death. I've dealt with death before, but not someone like in my immediate family.
And I think even it's as mad, like if I think about losing like my mum, I get teary eyed.
Oh, that's the fastest way to make me cry,
I literally get so teary eyed and I have to just change the
easiest
topic,
way to make me cry.
Like,
easiest way to make me cry.
Think about something else, because I'm like, I don't know how I would even function. Like, and obviously me and my mum, like my mum is my friend. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, imagine her not being around, like, how? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's sad because one day I'm gonna have to go through that.
Yeah, it's a reality that everyone has to face and everyone has to prepare themselves for. Like, I know it's gonna happen to me one day. When that is, I hope it's the furthest thing in the future possible. Mm-hmm. But it is inevitable. Death is inevitable for everyone.
It's the only one thing guaranteed.
You know what I'm trying to say? So
in this life.
But yeah, it's tough. But let's get off this.
I was gonna say it's a bit depressing.
Somber note still. I'm even getting a bit choked up myself. All right, on the quickly, I haven't. This next topic is more for y'all, because I didn't watch it, but
can I quickly?
Did anyone see the Brandy and Monica?
I did.
Versus, all right. I didn't see it, so you can get your take. Did you see it? You don't care about Brandy Monica.
I saw her multicolored dream coat.
I wanted to watch it before I came in today, but I forgot, to be fair. But yeah, from what I read, Brandy won. I heard there's a lot of shade. Obviously, they've got this rivalry they've had for God knows how long. I read there was a lot of, subliminal shade being thrown, especially from Brandy's direction. So from Brandy to Monica. Brandy was singing, being very performative, and Monica was like shying away from doing that. I heard Ray J was there dancing and, being Ray J. But I heard it was good though. And I heard everyone, they kept trying to, have you heard of, these young producers called Missy Elliott and Timberlake? Yeah, it's a song I done with them when I was 12. Yeah, like they were doing a lot of that kind of stuff. Bringing up all the legends like Babyface and Dionne Warwick and Whitney Houston, who they know since they were young. And well, you watched it, so you can give your I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
You know what? I think the thing that annoys me about our community, is we like to cause drama when it's not necessary.
But they've had tension though for years.
No, they have. But when I watched it, I genuinely didn't pick up.
Oh yeah, you didn't see it.
I didn't pick up any shade.
I read that there was a lot.
I literally watched it, enjoying the show and loving the sisterhood. I weren't trying to pick up on shade.
So there was sisterhood.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question? What happened with The Boy Is Mine?
They performed it.
No, but no one used it in their 20.
No, it was like a last song that they did and they left.
They done together. They just performed it. They didn't. No one picked it in their 20.
No, it was the last song that they done and then it cut off. But maybe because I was tired, I wasn't literally looking at the screen. I was more listening. But I didn't hear any shade. And the reason why I say that is because I'm that person who I get told I'm shady when I'm not even trying to be shady.
Yeah.
By my facial expressions. I could not even be thinking shade or trying to be shady, and you'll glance at my face and my face looks like it's not interested and it's like, I should be shady. So I've seen those kind of clips and stuff and people creating a narrative, but I generally didn't watch it and feel like they were throwing shade at each other. I saw it as they appreciated each other. From what I was hearing, they were literally bigging each other up. Like, I think you're amazing, you're timeless. They both spoke, and I think it was the best verses I've watched because they're legends. I'm sorry.
I heard that the highest views ever.
1.1 million consistently.
On Instagram anyway.
Yusuff, I've watched a few. They had 1.1 million views consistently. It didn't drop. It stayed. And
That's good. Considering what verses we've had, are you surprised that's been the highest one so far?
Yeah. I am.
I'm trying to think. Are you? Surprised that their one was the biggest.
I am, because I don't...
I am a little bit, but
I am, because
not.
I don't feel like...
Because it is. Brandy and Monica as individuals are big, but when you bring them together...
No, I hear
with
that.
the history and the rivalry, it just makes for a bigger spectacle. So I get it.
Yeah, fair enough. But can I just say, I've always loved Brandy's voice, but Brandy's vocals, her harmonies, everything about Brandy, Brandy gave you a performance. Every song that she did, she always took her harmonies to another level, in the background, which made it so much more enjoyable for me because she weren't just letting the song play. I'm not saying Monica didn't do it, but you can tell Brandy was there to give y'all a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she went in. Her outfit, I don't know what was going on there because it was a lot. Monica came through with the drip. She came through with the drip.
But someone photoshopped some shoes on her though. There's a picture of her back in the day doing that, crouching down.
Yeah, with the white shoes.
She
spoke about it.
Jesus sandal
She spoke about it and was like, people won't when she played the song, she was like, listen, people, she said, do you know what, yeah, she actually would have bought the shoes to the verses because people just have never let it go.
Yeah.
But she's like, she can't find the shoes, they don't exist.
Shoes are
clearly.
hickey still.
Yeah, but she was talking about that. I think what was so amazing was hearing how they've been in this game for years. So she wrote Before You Walk Out My Life at 12. What 12-year-old is talking about Before You Walk Out? She was even saying to herself, I had no business writing this kind of music, but this is what she wrote at 12. Brandy sitting on top of 17, and hearing the songs and still vibes. And I was like, you're generally timeless. Your music is a vibe, it's a bop.
It's because they came to see Moesha.
But I've realised though.
Yeah, and she couldn't play that because of she kept saying people were probably trying to hype her up, and she was just it's not in the contract. I ain't trying to get sued.
Okay.
So she played she did Best Friends.
She could have sang it live.
No, but she done Best Friends. And then they remixed it and went into Motor, and everyone was everyone was going mad, and then she cut it and they were like, come on. And in the comments everyone was like, we were Moesha, we were people were going for it. She was just like, guys, I'm not trying to get sued out here, it's long.
And that's why you had 1.1 million. It wasn't just the Brandy fans, it was the Moesha fans also.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Brandy is, to me, she's a legend.
No, Brandy is a pure legend.
She is amazing. And obviously, when she's talking about like when she obviously Babyface, she's talking about how Babyface was like her king because she really wanted to work with, and then she did like when she finally got to work with him on the album, she was like, listen, I was doing every riff you could like, and he was just like, you're doing too much. She was like, okay, but she was proper like, he was just like, simmer down kind of thing, and it was
redeals it, man.
But it was I really appreciated it because even hearing them both talk about how they felt like after motherhood, that was it. Like obviously in the industry back then, especially like, if you had a child or you became a mother, it's like, oh, your career's gone now, whatever. But so they were talking about how they both kind of had struggles transitioning to motherhood.
We all remember.
And singing.
Brandy has some rocky times.
Yeah, and do you remember her show?
Trash.
But yeah, Monica even said it herself, and them talking about there was a song that she spoke about. I forgot what it was, but she was just like, yeah, she was proper in love, like proper in love when she wrote this album.
With Monica or Brandy?
Monica.
You know, I'm not really a Monica fan. You know.
Do you know what's crazy, Yusuff?
Not really.
I didn't think I was. However, and I underestimated Monica because everyone I've spoken to said the same thing.
I'm not saying Monica's bad. I just haven't really been invested in her. No,
but like we all. So every time I've spoken to people, they're like, Brandy's gonna win hands down, man. Whatever. Like I just literally thought it was a no-brainer, but. I was like, Monica, you've got tracks, you know? Like I even forgot. Do you know what I mean? Like she's got a good roster. And obviously you've got Darkchild and Brandy.
Brandy won though, innit?
But you've got Darkchild and Brandy, and then Monica was like Monica and Missy. Whenever you heard new Monica, like yeah. So it's like they.
But
both...
that was in the later years though. Her
I know.
Early career. Who was she working with? The only producers I know she worked with Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, Jermaine Dupri.
I'm not sure if he done like the whole album.
She was even talking about how she was pregnant. And
I think she worked with John T. Austin as well. Not John T. Austin, sorry. Austin. The one. What's his name again? John T. Austin. You know who John T. Austin is? No. So you had to say what? She even what?
She was talking about how when she was pregnant one time and with one of her albums, and Jermaine Dupri was like, don't think too hard for this baby to come out, please. Yeah. Like I beg, like this, or don't have a baby until we finish this album or whatnot. But I just really appreciated both of them. And obviously Brandy talking about what the Waiting to Excel album, and she was just like, listen, every legend that I've ever had in my life, I worked on that album with. Like, you don't understand like how much that meant to me. But yeah, I feel like Brandy's amazing. So is Monica. But it made me really appreciate Brandy a lot more. I'm not gonna lie.
Brandy's.
But yeah, no, it was, and music, and honestly, music just isn't the same anymore. I'm just gonna be honest, because hearing all that stuff and hearing how it made me feel, and how like instantly how I'd vibe and my reaction, I was like, generally nothing now I hear gives me that same feeling.
No, R&B isn't the same anymore.
It's not at all. So
it would never be.
That's what our parents said.
Who?
Our parents.
Music ain't the same anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Time's gone.
I used to go
So
our
children will say the same thing.
No, and I agree with our parents because I love Motown music, and I always have. So I love Motown music more than I love the R&B
generation R&B
today. Not my generation R&B.
No. When your parents said, the stuff you listen to is rubbish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Then I liked Motown as much as I liked what I was listening to at the time.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I've always been into Motown.
I mean, we're the luckiest people.
Yeah.
The millennials, the luckiest.
Who, we or them?
We are.
Yeah, I know, because we got everything.
Everything.
We got before, we lived during, and we're going to see it after. So
everybody coming after, they're finished.
Yeah, like, literally.
They're finished.
Like, there was a life when I didn't have a phone. Like, I didn't know what a mobile phone was. And now I've lived through every stage of a mobile phone. So we're lucky enough to be able to live from the inception of, I don't know what to call it, the new millennium or the new age or whatever. And we're just, and we're still young through the whole process.
And you can still appreciate the music that these young people listen to these days, depending if it's good or not.
Yeah.
Understand? So they're finished, man.
Yeah. That's why I laugh when all these young bucks are always like, you know, the whole
over 30 jokes.
Over 25. 25 to under 25 to it. They have this clash. Listen, I believe our generation is more blessed than yours. You're blessed. Don't get it twisted, but we have come from a different generation, and we're living, and we're still young-ish through your generation as well. Like, so when we have kids, we're not gonna be so much the out of sync dad and mum. Like, we're gonna be in tune with what's going on to a degree.
Yeah,
no?
100%.
Yeah, I mean,
they're finished.
Like, we're gonna be the cool parents. Like, we know what you want to
It's
wear.
finished.
We know where you want to go. We know what you want to do.
Like, we can actually say we've been there.
We're in tune with what's.
Like,
I mean,
we can actually say, like, you know how I can say to my mum, you won't understand because she generally didn't, because she wasn't even raised here.
Yeah.
Like, my kids is gonna be like, you can try and banter me, but it's like, big man.
we understand. And you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna, the things that we wanted our parents to bly us about when we were younger, our kids are gonna ask us the same questions, and we're gonna be like, oh, why are you asking me this? And you're like, oh, that was me. But you know what it is? Even though we know this, it's still not gonna change. Sometimes it's not gonna change our outlook. But we're gonna be able to deal with it a bit better.
Do you know what I think's really cool as well? Yeah. So, for example, like, our parents didn't have smartphones, so they had to adjust and learn smartphones. Like, we were introduced to smartphones when smartphones came out, so they're gonna become smarter phones, I guess. But I feel like we're not gonna have that. Please
barrier.
come and teach me how to send it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, come and teach me how to send an email. Come and teach me how to. I feel like we're not gonna have. Obviously,
it depends. It depends how advanced technology becomes.
No, I feel like it's gonna become a lot more advanced, but I still feel like we've got.
So if you look at Steve Jobs, Tim Cook, these are old people, as in elderly people. They've got grey hair, right? Steve Jobs is now dead, but these people who are actually creating these smartphones and rolling this out, they know how to use it. So the fact that your parents don't know how to use this is the barrier in which is that they learned how to use it was very steep. It's because your parents didn't really care about technology like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
You have a lot of people older than your parents who are into IT and tech and whatnot that would know this like.
Yeah, I think our parents, they just a bit lazy.
Yeah.
With trying to learn it. They'd rather call you than just figure it out themselves.
And I feel like, to be fair, you're right, you know, because there's people I know who are, and I guess it's a social media thing for me as well, because I'm into social media, I know how to do certain things on my phone, whereas my friends who aren't into social media, don't care about their phones that much, will be like, how'd you do that again? And I'm like, how do you not know at your age? But it's like, it's not even an age thing, it's just because I don't care. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so I feel like the way I am now, I can't imagine myself not still continuing to be in tune with like the latest tech and stuff and what's happening.
Tech savvy.
Yeah. I'm not even tech savvy, but just up to date and
Listen,
on trend. Yeah.
I went from no phone to being on the toilet seat and having texts coming through to my watch.
Come on, big man. You know
like,
what I mean?
that just shows you where I've come from.
Brother, I'm washing
and
my
where
hands
we are
and
now.
I'm like, hello.
Big man. I remember the bricks.
Do you know what's gonna happen soon, yeah? We're gonna answer our phone and it's gonna be like a hologram.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be
I've been thinking that was gonna happen. I believe they have the technology now.
They already do, yeah.
But they have to roll things out slowly. They can't give us the whole shebang now.
It's the freaking Jetsons.
No, soon it's gonna be just
The
gonna pop up.
hologram, yeah.
It's Bay's gonna happen. Come on, they have it now. Bruv, they done a hologram of Tupac.
Yeah, that was amazing at
the thing.
Coachella.
Yeah, so the hologram technology is there. They just have to pull it. They've got it in there. Trust me,
100%.
they've got their rollout plan. This is gonna come what year are we now? 2021. That's gonna come out 2030 or something. I mean, 10 years we'll have holograms.
Don't worry, man will be 40. Man will still be ripe though, so it's not.
You know, we're gonna have automated cars very soon. Amazon's gonna have automated vehicle drop-offs and whatnot.
Where there's like machines.
5G is going to bring a whole leap in technology.
I saw
you know
something
what?
the other
We're gonna
day.
start having freaking robots as police. Have you seen that film?
No, there's robots. Who,
What?
No. No, it's new. It's like I watched it on
iRobot?
Netflix not too long ago. Or was it what was it on Premiere? Who was it? It had actors that we know. It's really bugging me. And basically it's like the army and the police, but they're robots.
Okay.
And they can literally scan, like if they scan you, it will show like your whether you've got any warrants, whatever, like who you are, like literally scan
was that
you.
the film with Will Smith?
No.
Right.
No.
I don't know. But there's robots now who deliver stuff, you know, there's delivery robots. The little ones on the floor.
Oh no, but I mean like human, like replicas.
I don't know, but still, robots a robot right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not sure if this video I saw the other day is real, but I think it was Nigeria, there was a robot dropping off a box of Indomie. You ever seen it?
No.
To a guy's house. I'm not sure if it was real. The video looked real. Basically, there's a...
But you know why that stuff
and then
scares me?
He brought out his card machine and the man paid and the robot just flew off.
That stuff scares me though, because I feel like, not scares me, but it just makes me feel like, okay, one, end times are near, and two,
One's what, sorry?
No, I'm
Why?
joking.
Why do you
It just
say
no,
that?
it just
Wait, say again.
I said end times are near.
Oh.
I'm joking, but it's more like we're really in that like world where like we used to watch films when we were younger and think, oh, that's never gonna happen in our lifetime.
No, but a lot of things
there's,
that
like,
happen
flying
in
cars.
movies, yeah, but that hasn't happened though. Still,
No, but like robots, like we've seen films
yeah, no,
of
yeah,
robots
we're
and
getting
having
closer and closer to that.
robots as people, and like they will start replacing jobs because they're a lot more efficient, and you don't have to deal with like the whole human. So even
And they don't have to get breaks or get paid.
and they don't do the whole human like emotional side of things, and like so
no robots.
the Will Smith film where Gemini Man.
Yeah,
So with that film, they
robots in that film.
no. So basically,
Oh, you mean they cloned him?
they cloned him because they wanted to create a whole defense
But that's
team.
the whole cloning thing. They've been doing that in movies for time though.
No, but I mean, they weren't human though. Like the guy, like they weren't human, and the guy couldn't die, and like he had like, what's that thing when you heal yourself?
It's got the same powers as Wolverine. You're saying?
Yeah, so like they're not humans. No, but that's what he had.
I know.
So and stuff like that, and he created bare of them, and they all look. But it's because Will Smith was obviously like the best.
I hate that film. I'll be honest.
But Gemini Man,
Yeah,
I thought it was good, but he looked weird when he was a child.
It wasn't great. Will Smith has had a string of a bit movies lately.
I actually enjoyed it. I didn't go to the cinema though. Obviously, I watched it on the plane or something.
I
So
went to cinema, I believe.
no, I watched it on the plane.
On my
You know
Jack
what?
films.
That's probably why, you know. When I watch films on a plane and like, maybe it's because it makes the journey faster. I never feel like, oh, this is a shit film. But I didn't run to the cinema to watch it though. But when I watched it, I didn't think, oh, this is a crap film.
There's a new film called Tenet that everyone keeps talking about.
Anne's been talking my ear off
Is it
about it. She's seen it twice.
I didn't know cinemas were back open until I saw that film was out.
Neither did I. But she said it's really good. But she said it's long and you have to pay attention.
Okay, are they doing distancing in the cinema? Like
I have no idea.
one seat spare. One seat.
No?
No? Everyone's sitting next to each other.
I thought
Not
they
the
would.
cinema I went to.
Is it?
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
Sick.
It's nice.
Okay.
What does that mean?
It's going to confuse the hell out of you though.
I heard
What about me?
Where it's going to?
Why? Because I don't pay attention.
What you said?
No. Can I
100%.
say something? You know, cinema is the one place I go, where I'm not on my phone.
Bear in mind, it does have a lot of action, so you will be glued to the screen. But again, it's the concept that's going to
I'm not
spin
going
you.
to see it this week. Though.
Oh. But I do pay attention. When I go to the cinema, I don't do phones. Like if I'm with someone and they're on their phone, it gets on my nerves. I just think, just go home. I take it so
I get that.
personal.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that.
go this week then.
Mm.
I had something in my mind.
What
were we just talking about?
Cinema.
No, before that.
Gemini Man. Cloning
before that.
robots.
Yeah, you were saying that you thought that the world was going to end, and then you were going to mention something else.
No, that was a joke. But I was just saying that robots and stuff.
Have you thought about the end of the world before? I thought about it
Yeah.
bare times.
You know, you guys are really, really missing a lot of stuff if it is you're doing go down rabbit holes, right?
What do you mean?
This whole, oh my goodness, AI, everything's going to be like Terminator, da 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 da. The amount of stuff that's going on behind closed doors will spin you. Absolutely.
But you know that's why I
spin
don't.
you.
But you know that's why I don't. The reason why I avoid rabbit holes, is because I know what I'm like. I get too consumed, and then it just.
But all you got to do is watch one video on YouTube anyway, and every other day is recommending.
I
you.
know, so that's why, Brent, I don't do it because I know what I'm like. So I become consumed with things that intrigue me. And sometimes I'm just like, Gina, you've got too much other stuff to do. So there's no time now to get consumed with end of the world theories. I proper avoid all that stuff because I know what I'm like. I'll be like, yo, so, all right, cool. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
But this is like technology. If it is your wrap your head around designing babies and it being a thing where you can actually go and say, okay, I want my baby to have these
Blue
type
eyes,
of genes
yeah.
and whatnot. You can create that, and here you go. Here's your baby.
It's mad.
If it is you know that this exists. I mean,
Would you do it? Is that what you mean?
No. As in,
Oh, what more?
yeah. I mean, this is
I know that.
man-made stuff.
Yeah, I know that
Yeah.
there's a lot of advances that we're not privy to that they have, that they've actually, conquered and they've, established, but we're not privy to them yet.
Yeah.
I know this stuff, but I don't go into the rabbit hole and start watching all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah, that's why, because my brain just can't, it's long.
And you're calm with living in that. Don't be offended. Ignorance, as in the lack of knowledge of said thing.
Yeah.
For me, yeah.
Like, let's just say you wake up in the morning, you see something hovering over 10 Downing Street.
Yeah, it's long.
What would you do? Would
I'm
you,
going
"Hi,
into-
Brent, let's make an emergency podcast."
No.
What would you do?
Then I'm going into a rabbit hole.
Well, I'm gonna go on the news first to find out what the fuck is
Then go
going
on
on.
social media to see who's got the tea.
No.
Who has put up links to the videos you need to watch?
If I literally saw a spaceship hovering over the Earth, I'm probably gonna call my mum. Like, mum, what? Like, where
Brent?
are you? What's going on?
I'm going to buy my Bible. And I'm going to go on my knees.
Then
I'm going to be like,
Oh
oh,
my
Lord.
To be honest,
goodness.
Brent, I'm probably just gonna watch to see how it unfolds. I guess.
This is why I laugh when I have a conversation like this, because I'm not going to be shocked at all. But I'm going to see bare people just running around like headless chickens. Oh my!
No, you're forgetting. I believe in aliens, but
Yeah.
to believe in aliens and to see aliens, it's two different things.
Different things.
I'm not
yeah.
gonna be super cool like raw spaceship. No, I'm gonna be going mad.
What do you do? You go in your room and go
No,
on the duvet?
I got mad. No, not hiding. I mean, I'm gonna be in awe.
But it's like, there's nothing you can do.
yeah. What am I gonna do?
My thing is, yeah,
Oh,
if that happens.
beat me up, Scotty. Like,
Yeah.
all right. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be amazed. I'm gonna be calling Dammy. Yo, Dams, you see what's going on? You see this? You see the spaceship? Yeah, it's a bad thing.
I'm not gonna lie, it's long because I'm gonna be like, fam, what? Where do we go from
True
here?
to form, you will go on Twitter and you'll see people making joke of it.
Yeah, but that's why, Brent.
That's the comfort.
No, because it won't
That's
be
the
funny.
regularity.
Because when these man
Yeah, but you
now,
can make a joke. But
when these men take over,
I'm seeing this thing in real life.
But just the other day, I think I told you already. I think the
Just
Pentagon. That's nice. You want to go to Isn't that a song?
It is, but
Oh.
that was what I was gonna say.
The Pentagon released some previously redacted or classified information about out of world vehicles, which is UFO
Spaceships.
basically.
That's an out of world
stuff
vehicle,
that wasn't created on this world.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
They released it and they
Yeah.
said during the next 3-4 months, 6 months, they're going to be releasing more.
I've released them.
But
I'm
do you
ready.
understand all this time when it is people being throwing conspiracy theories at you regarding aliens?
Yeah.
The type of movies you'd see in the cinema, it's not just happenstance that they start
Brent,
showing you this stuff.
I know, Brent. I believe in aliens. I've always believed in aliens. Like, I'm ready for the truth.
Cool, but let's just say that happened. Would you link a girl the same day?
No, I'm not even thinking about girls.
This is it. It would change your entire
thinking about a girl.
perception
I'm
of
thinking
what is important.
I'm just waiting to see what happens next. Are they gonna come out the fucking spaceship? Like, what's happening next?
And you wouldn't be able to resume normal life until you can't go and do like training with clients and whatnot.
No, Brent, the whole world's gonna stop.
Precisely.
If a spaceship is hovering over the Earth, we're gonna be
Thank you.
at standstill.
Just like how pandemic,
COVID.
everything.
Everyone's gonna be out of their house,
and everything.
just looking up at the sky,
This is
waiting for, just talking amongst each other, like,
I ain't
oh my
there.
god, da, da, da.
This is it.
Yeah,
Like, it's gonna be just
And you said you're gonna be praying?
I'm gonna be in my house.
Brent, one word, pandemonium. It's
Mm.
gonna be utter pandemonium. A spaceship
Man said
hovering
sorry.
over the Earth. Is this what's that movie?
Independence Day.
No, the other one, the Mars one, Mars Attacks. It's Mrs. Mars Attacks.
I didn't watch that one.
It was trash.
on the
but-
block.
It sounds
No, Mars Attacks is an old movie.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the John Boyega one.
I hate that movie. I think the acting was terrible. But no, listen, when it comes to aliens and conspiracy theories, I'm there. I believe in it all, bruv. Honestly, I don't think this world is so like just black and white as they say. Big man, there's a lot of shit that goes on behind closed doors.
I think
that we
for
are not
me,
privy to.
it'll just be like, oh man, like I'm just gonna be annoyed, like,
Why?
What? No.
because I'm just like,
And this is the year to happen. So please, just happen now.
Mm.
So you can continue on this crazy year called 2020.
bruv, after that it's a wrap, bruv.
But didn't we say that in 2019? Like, what could actually top 2019?
No. What
No,
happened
we
in
did not.
Serious?
Brent, I'm not
What
gonna lie,
happened in
2019 was not.
2019 was blessed.
2019,
I have a time of my life in 2019,
people,
bro.
I feel like 2020, everyone was gassed.
Mm.
Another decade, the year of 2020 vision, like people were like,
Oh, I didn't hear all of
I
that.
don't
No,
know
I
what
did.
that is either.
I
2020
did.
vision.
Mm-mm.
basically, you know how 2020 vision is like the best
like
eyesight,
the perfect
right?
sight, yeah.
So, because it's 2020, people are like, it's the year of vision.
Okay.
It's the I guess religious people.
Oh, okay.
I heard a lot of Christians a lot of Christian talk. We talk about it being the
Yeah.
year of vision. So even with everything happening, they're still like it's still the year of vision
did
because
they see what was going to happen?
no, but anyway, it was more. It was
Right?
more.
What your fucking vision?
No, but it was more like God is basically revealing every.
Should've
You
gone
know
to
how you know how
Specsavers,
everything's coming to light. Everything's like everything's coming to light. All the things that have been happening in darkness basically are being exposed. Like a lot of we've dealt with a lot this year basically. So
Gina, Lionel Messi is leaving Barcelona.
I don't know what that means.
Do you know what that means?
No.
Brent, can you put it into context for him?
Do you believe that though?
Before we get into that.
Why has he been at Barcelona for ages?
Lionel Messi was the greatest human being footballer ever.
Yeah.
So imagine
heard.
at their absolute peak,
Yeah.
Michael Jackson leaving Jackson 5. Beyonce leaving Destiny's Child.
But why?
I don't know.
But
So
it's
where's he
It's
going?
not the peak though.
No,
Oh.
it's not his peak.
Yeah.
But okay, Messi is arguably the best
player.
footballer of all time.
And he
Yeah.
is Barcelona.
Forget
When he leaves,
forget
there is no
Pele,
Barcelona.
forget Maradona,
Okay.
It is Barca.
forget CR7. Yes, I
Yeah.
said it.
100%.
And he's been at Barcelona.
CR7's,
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
He's been at Barcelona his entire career. Like he is Mr. Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
And now he wants to
How many
leave.
years is that, please?
He's had enough. He's 33. He's been there since he was like 13. Been there,
Oh,
no,
wow.
younger.
So
A
he's
kid, no,
proper like-
no, maybe younger. Maybe like 8 or something. He's been there for his whole life.
He was born in
Okay.
a new camp.
Yeah. Basically been there since he was like, I don't know, 5 or whatever. But yeah, he wants to leave, innit?
Mm.
And it's a massive deal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that is just another wow 2020 moment for me. Obviously, you're a girl, so you don't really, well, not because you're a girl, you're not into football.
Yeah.
I'm just Begos. Shout out Bev. Begos
Come
who I know
She's
into
probably
football.
like
Mhm.
punching her
But-
thighs by now.
It's a mad thing.
Okay.
It's a mad thing. And he might go Man City.
700 million.
No.
A week?
They're going to work out a deal. No,
A week?
his release clause on his contract is you can't buy him unless you pay us 700 million.
Oh.
He might go Man City. Apparently, there's a deal with the City Group, which involves New York City. So he'll do 3 years at Man City, then 2 years at New York City. That's what I read. For 600 something million or whatever. I don't know. Sound crazy. Anyway, sorry, you were saying. I digress to another point.
2020, the year of vision.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, Brent, the point I'm making is I don't remember in 2019 being like, nah, man, 2019 was dead or I
No,
can't wait for
2019 was lit,
2020.
I'll be
Not dead, but like there's so many things that happened in 2019.
Like
Yeah,
what?
but then I still feel like
How is this going to get topped?
No,
I
like
think
what?
There
What
were a lot of
happened?
Nipsey died.
Okay, yeah.
There wasn't that stupid guy who did that little jingle that people wanted to make into a big song.
My years.
Yeah. We had a lot of those moments.
Yeah, but that's a minor moment compared to what's happening this year.
No, I'm precisely.
That's a
So
viral-
When we were in
Yeah, but that's a
2019,
viral,
Brent,
that's a
I'm
viral
not-
moment.
we
No, but-
said, how
but
can this
Brent-
be topped?
No, we did
Okay.
not. Who's we?
You said 2019 was litty.
Who
Yeah,
was we?
exactly. Litty.
Precisely.
Yeah,
So-
but 2020's not been litty.
So I'm
I
saying-
know this.
Yeah,
So-
but, yeah, but,
I know
yeah, but
this.
by saying how can it be
Topped.
topped?
I mean, how can it be better?
yeah,
That's how I'm seeing
That's
it
how I'm
as.
seeing it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not. Maybe I'm using the wrong words.
You are.
Right?
okay.
In 2019, we were looking forward to 2020
Yeah.
because
yes,
there was the year of vision and whatever Christians
Get
said.
out.
Yeah?
Get out, you
And
fake
then as soon
Christians.
as we entered,
it wasn't. No, it wasn't as soon. It was late Feb because I was having a ball in January and Feb.
I'm not gonna lie, Brent, I was in Ghana.
and late Feb
So,
came and then it
I was in Bloomberg, guys.
when this year.
In December.
Yeah, that was last year.
Yeah, I'm talking about 2019.
Oh.
Even in 2020, I was in Ghana. I came the 7th.
Okay.
Of Jan.
I started hearing about COVID in January.
I
China,
know.
so-
Yeah, so
I
did
saw-
I.
You
I
guys
started-
were
To be fair,
tuning in
No, I did.
I started hearing about COVID like
late
November
2019.
2019 or maybe even October because I've got some Chinese clients who were privy me to the information. But
Yeah.
at the time, I wasn't thinking it was going to be a worldwide pandemic. I thought,
Yeah.
okay, it's going to stay in China. So yeah, I knew about it from before, but I never knew it was going to be this.
I believe COVID started early though, because I remember when we were leaving Ghana and coming back and they were checking temperatures and everything in the airport. And I've been to Ghana how many times? They've never checked my temperature when I'm leaving. Like you literally couldn't get through customs without them checking. And we asked, we're like, what's this for? He was like, oh, madam, we are just doing whatever. You don't knew what was going on, bruv.
What was your temperature?
I don't remember. It was, I don't know, but it was okay for me to go basically. But if it was obviously if it was above a certain point,
No, I checked mine the other day when I went to
they wouldn't let you do it.
I went to Scion Lounge. It was 30.1.
What is the number where is it if you've got a fever, right?
I'm not sure what the number is for them to be alerted that you're, over or you have a fever or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what it is. It's just a high number.
There's a McDonald's near me. This is information coming from Georgia because I don't go to McDonald's.
Yes, you do.
But she was like, they've closed because three of their staff members have coronavirus.
A lot of people have been like
Football players and stuff, innit?
Neymar has it now,
Mm.
but he said he feels fine though. So remember, you can have coronavirus and not have any symptoms.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the last week or so, I've seen a lot of athletes who have tested positive for it, which is not a good sign. But yeah, hopefully there's no second wave. I read that there's not going to be a second wave, hopefully, but
LA is apparently still.
quarantine.
Yeah, I spoke to someone yesterday and he was like, yeah, no, like gym's still closed, everything's closed, like they're still on lockdown. And I was like, rah. And I'm there complaining about over here, you know, you lot are proper still stuck indoors.
By the way, when I'm on my phone, I'm not reading my phone. I'm just looking for the docket, just for the listeners. Are you still on your phone?
When
all right.
has anyone ever said that?
You know how people be. All right, Afronation lineup has been announced. It's not so much to read the lineup. It's more
just
so.
Chris Brown, to be honest.
It's more so the debacle before when no one could get the refund. Everyone was cussing Smade and cussing Afronation, and now they're like, "Oh, I want to go Afronation."
Do you know what?
Ridiculous.
Basically,
Ridiculous.
think about it, yeah? It's a genius marketing strategy pool, whatever. And it's a genius way, if it's true, to redeem their brand, because remember, they're not offering refunds. So a lot of people were forced to still have to go.
So those
regardless.
who still have tickets, they're valid.
Yeah, because they didn't issue anyone a refund. They were just like, next year, your ticket is valid for next year. So they had to, and obviously after that, Afronation's cancelled, and obviously for those that haven't bought tickets or who probably were thinking of going, who probably are never going to want to touch you again because of how you've moved, they had to pull something really big out of the bag.
It's Chris Brown.
And
really
I feel
going.
like this is the biggest thing they could have done, because Chris Brown has not been
Is Chris Brown really going?
No, I'll get onto that, but Chris Brown has not
Been outside the US.
been into, he's not performed in the UK since I was in uni.
Europe. This is Europe.
No, I mean the UK since I was in uni.
Mm.
And this is his first Europe performance in 5 or 6 years. So it's huge. It's a big deal.
Should I read out some of the names on here? Just some.
Rick Ross.
Burna Boy, Chris Brown, French Montana, Rick Ross, Skepta, Popcorn, Notes, Hardy Caprio, One Day Cole, Techno, Tenny, Chronix, Afro B, a lot of people I don't know. Cranium, Krypton Conan, a lot of the Afrobeat artists I don't know who they are. So yeah, but yeah, those are the more notable names.
Do you know
Tion Wayne's on there as well. Wizkid obviously is on there.
It's sad because this is a concert that I would really enjoy.
But
you know that I want to go,
but
it's just, I feel like it's gonna be really, really under 25s, because the last one was extremely.
I've been getting
Under
mixed
25s.
reviews. People have been telling me no. It was young, but there were a group, like
There was a few.
a demo of a bit of some oldies
A
there.
few adults
Cordial
over
Farms,
25s.
Coffee,
But I know it's an extremely under 25s event.
Mavado.
So if I'm going somewhere like that, just know that I'm going with Georgia and her bedrooms, and my sister's 19, 20. So
But
it's
why
like-
would you go, Jordan? Why you go
No,
with your
I'm
friend?
saying I'm going to go with my friends, but like it's going to be heavily full of her age group. So I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it as much in terms of like the vibe.
Or
But
you
obviously-
can go and try and pattern the VIP thing. And then be
I
backstage.
wouldn't even have to, that wouldn't be an issue.
Sorry.
No, there's not
Why-
Ghana. It's Portugal.
It doesn't matter. He went to Portugal and did the same thing.
Who's he?
Obviously,
Sandals.
Yeah, but you
SN1.
didn't mention that.
Oh, okay.
That's what
But I
I
mean,
knew
that's
shit.
Okay.
I've-
Sorry.
basically
geeks.
the point.
Who's organising it?
Sorry, spend.
It's got nothing to do with that though.
Sure.
It's got no.
Yeah, but the way you're doing.
Really?
Yeah,
You keep telling us.
I don't even have to do that.
Precisely.
But I
Because-
didn't.
That wasn't a thing.
But it
What,
wasn't.
what you talking
Do you
about?
know? Do you
Pete?
know? Do you know who he is?
The point I'm making is
Knuckles and Raver.
it's got nothing to do with SN bloody one, bruv.
Don't disrespect your home team.
But can I say something?
Don't disrespect the brand.
Just listen. It has got Afronation is
Mm.
completely separate.
So you're admitting there's an SN1 affiliation.
I've never denied.
There
it.
you go. I just want to say it because no, people are like, oh, yes, why do you keep talking about SN1? There,
Mm.
she confirmed it. There is an affiliation
Yeah,
there.
but she's saying that it's completely separate, but I can still get VIP access. That's
Yeah.
the power.
The point I'm making is...
Anyway, just bring me in.
What I'm saying is,
Bring me.
regardless
Bring
of SN1 or not,
Yeah.
I'm still patterned. That's what I'm saying.
We're patterned.
I hear that.
Listen,
So,
pattern it so we can host some parties.
the point I'm...
so I can be there with a purpose. Because I ain't going there just to be there.
But the annoying thing is,
Yeah.
he's not trying to go. And I was like, why? And obviously,
Yeah.
he's like, bruv, under 25. Obviously, he went to the last one, innit?
Yeah.
So he was like,
Yeah, no, listen, I'm not on it.
And then he said...
I need to pattern a hosting job or
And
something.
obviously for him, he said, you know what, it's work. He was like, I've been to both of them
Yeah.
and I've never been able to enjoy myself because it's work, innit? But
Yeah.
he was like, it's intense work. Like, it's
Yeah.
not just... Because remember, they're rolling out content on a 24-hour basis. So once it's done, it's not even like, all right, let's go after party. They're editing, trying to get... He was like, it's non-stop. And then the next day...
They get it out.
Yeah, the next day you got to be up really early. So he's like...
He
it's
doesn't really
too-
enjoy it.
He doesn't enjoy it. He didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ghana was worse because it wasn't as organised,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. But I'm literally there like, babe, Portugal? It's like, nah, man.
So are you saying that you need to get with a higher SN1 member, the one that doesn't need to work?
It's got nothing. You know what? Whatever.
Let me clap that out.
Yeah, word, please.
What does it have to work? I don't think that was a bad comment that you said.
It's just fine. But anyway,
More artists to be announced. Relax. There's enough artists here.
Yeah.
I literally read out like 10%. You're telling me more to be announced.
but yeah. You
I
know
have a-
what?
I have a
Can I
theory.
quickly clap something though? Yeah. So I was like, babe.
All right. That was a nice little off the record conversation we just had there.
But let me ask you a question.
Mm.
In line with that, and you, Brent, as well, especially you because you're off the radar. Could you be with a girl that is a public figure? When I say that, you know what I mean. Just the example I just gave you.
Yeah.
You could, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't have an issue with it.
No.
I could.
You wouldn't have an issue with it. So if you went out with your missus and every minute, man, them are like, oh, you're that girl on the gram, innit? Or it's not for bad
Yeah.
reasons, but and your missus is attractive. So
I could for a lot of reasons, but two reasons I'll say is because one, I trust her, and two, I believe in my source.
come on.
So those two things
Oh,
combined.
is that what we're talking about? Because of what? Fear, jealousy?
No, I'm just saying in
Just-
general, just even for your peace of
that
mind.
that's
like,
sure that could be part of the equation. Jealousy,
Oh.
definitely.
That she is public doesn't speak to her attention-seeking character, which I don't like. If that's the connection, no, I'm not interested in people like that.
Mhm.
But if it is that she's public because she is good at what she does, and a lot of people buy into her stuff, then continue doing that. But what I've noticed is that even though she would meet me like this and say, oh, I like the fact that you're not like bae, da 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 da, she would want me to be paraded on her platform.
Oh yeah, especially
Yeah.
if she's like a proper influencer.
so that's what
Every
I'm
minute
saying.
on your story.
So that's
Me
what I'm
and Bae
saying. So
doing this.
basically, would you be able to?
I'm not doing that.
Would you be able
Gino,
to handle that?
you know me. Get the camera out of my face, bro.
Yeah.
Not every second I'm looking up and you're filming me just without me knowing. Relax.
No, sorry, that's not me.
No.
Like if I know that's what you want to do, I'm gonna cooperate to a degree, but not every second you should be filming me or trying to film us. No. But here and there is cool.
Cool.
Here and there
Nice
is
to
cool.
know.
Here and there is cool. Because I know this is who you are. This is a part of what you do.
Do you believe in the Westfield test?
The what?
Okay, so when
Wow.
this is a Newham thing, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. Growing up, well, it's not really growing up because Westfield isn't that old, but like when it opened and stuff, I
Yeah.
remember like there was like a running joke. Like if you go to Westfield with your girl or a girl
Yeah.
and she says hello to more than like 5 people, there was like a number back in the day, she's not wifey. And then the running joke was, Gina, you would never pass the test. I never would. Back in the
Westfield is
day.
very young though, man.
No, but I'm talking about when we were younger. So
Oh.
obviously,
Yeah, how long Westfield been there for?
it opened in when I graduated, 2012, 2011, I think it was 2011 or 2012.
You wasn't younger.
No, but I was like 23, 22, 23.
Hmm.
Because it was literally after I finished uni.
Okay.
So, yeah, 22, 23. Yeah, I think it was 2011, whatever it was. But anyway, yeah, and that's the time where, you know what, do you know what I mean? It was like BB era.
I lived in South then, so I wasn't.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was a Newham or East London thing in particular.
Yeah, but you know what it is? There's being bait for the wrong reasons and there's being
100%.
bait for the right reasons. And there's a negative stigma with the word bait.
Don't I know it?
Popular is a better word. Influencer, again, is a better word, but it does have a bit of.
It has a bit of stigma, but I feel like.
Because people don't let things just be good. Like,
yeah. Oh, you're bait.
When
man.
the word
Why
influencer first emerged, it was a positive word, but we've turned it into slightly. There's negative connotations now come along with an influencer, whereas it's not meant to be that way.
Do you want to hear a joke? Yeah. Okay. So there's a page on Insta called Newham something. Anyway, it's like one of those blog pages.
Newham sluts.
No.
Okay.
It's more like It's not for sluts. It's just more about like people from ends.
Yeah.
Like the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like, but.
I've seen a page recently of like gang legends.
Yeah.
Like, SN1 guys. I'm not making jokes about it. Just basically guys from London who are infamous for like gang life. I find it interesting still.
But it's like that. But imagine like it's for Newham. So anyone from Newham who is a somebody or used to be a somebody or who used to be on crowd back in the day or is in prison riding a bird, whatever. So it's that kind of...
Yeah, I saw that site, but it was not just Newham. It was for like the whole of London.
There's a Newham one, but there's a few.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I got DM'd, and it was like, sis, I want to...
Oh, you're on there?
No. He's like, sis, I want to put you on the page.
Are you a Newham legend?
I was like, big man. I said, big man, I'm not from Newham. And he goes, who's sis, are you from Newham? Because I really want to put you on the page, yeah. You're doing like a really amazing work and stuff, yeah.
But
hold on.
What about your gang history?
Piss off. Then I looked at a page and I was like, what person on this page, yeah? First and foremost, what female is on this page? Because everyone...
You don't matter about gender.
No, Yusuff. Everyone on this page, yeah, is on there for crud. Or people that were on crud that have turned their life around. Yeah. Fair enough. I get it. And there's a couple people that I know, I grew up with. I hear that, but it's mandem. You want to fling me. You don't want me to get married. I said, because I swear to you, I would have got my resignation letter that night. I said, I'm not from Newham. He was like, are you sure? I said, yeah, I'm not. I was like, it's okay, don't put me on it. Would it be fair? He came back. But my research really suggests... I said...
The thing is, when I find these pages, I'm just wondering, where do they find these pictures from?
I said, he goes, my research...
Gloria.
Because these pictures are not like readily available on Google. He's got pictures of like...
Mandem. Like,
from the 90s, like Polaroids or just like actual pictures that you develop. How did he get these pictures? Like, and it's the page I saw, it's not like he's from Newham, so he was a part of it and has all the pictures. Yeah. This guy has South legends, Newham legends, East legends, whatever. I'm like, how did he collate all these photos? It's mad.
I don't know who they are, but he came back and was like, my research really suggests that you're from Newham.
What research? Just ask me. I'm the source.
I said, who are you getting your information from?
Yeah.
He's like, a couple people still. I said, I'm not from Newham.
What bar are you from?
Barking and Dagenham.
Oh, okay.
I'm not from Newham. But I get...
schooling you.
Huh?
No, but the thing is, I said, I get why you'd think I was...
And you're probably in Newham a lot, innit?
Yeah, I hanged around in Newham a lot, so I get it. I was like, I get why you think I'm in... He goes, but loads of people think you're Newham.
Yeah, but you don't have to be... You don't have to live in Newham to be from Newham. You could... Newham. If you hanged around Newham enough to be recognised, you could be a Newham legend.
No, I don't want to.
But you are a Newham legend.
I'm really not.
I'm off my feeding information. Sling you up there.
What was your crew called again?
I don't know what you're talking about.
0207.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to say is, I thought it was fun. It was so hilarious though, and I told Beverly. Beverly was like, "Gee,
no, Beverly, that's definitely a Newham legend."
No, Beverly's not baiting Newham like that.
No, sorry, not Beverly. Doreen.
Doreen's not from Newham.
Where's she from?
Chingford.
So who's from Newham? Are you lot? Like from Newham?
Gloria, Beverly, Natalie. That's it. You would know.
What about Anita?
Anita, yeah.
Okay.
Raw. Nothing. Let me just reserve my comment. It's cool.
I'm still mad at you.
Bruv, do you know what it is? You know why? After that conversation, what are you talking about? You can't be mad at me.
Why?
The evidence was there.
This is not a pod. We'll tell you after.
But Yusuff, the evidence was, are you all right? I stood there and she was just like, yeah, fair enough.
And the thing is,
tried to throw me under the bus.
From the beginning of the day when I first said hello to her, I could tell, I was like, right, she like a little vibe, bro.
But you even said and didn't she even say Gina had your back? So what are you talking about, bruv? And I even said to you, I'm not here to waste your
it's her
time.
fault because she was saying that shit to me, innit?
But then, when you found me, what did she backtracked and she knew she was. I was thinking, bruv, don't try to throw me under the bus, you know, because I ride for mans. What do you mean? What could have been?
The funny thing is, when I first met her, me and Pat met her together, innit?
I remember.
And we're both.
I remember. Whatever. Where was it again?
It was at a Privé party.
Yeah.
In West End. But yeah,
I remember.
We digress.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you had fun over the weekend.
Who told you that?
Several sources.
I didn't have any fun.
he didn't, boy.
Maybe it wasn't the weekend. Maybe it was the Monday.
No. He didn't have fun. Trust me.
No. Who told you you had fun?
A couple sources.
Oh, they lying. I was with him.
A shoe, a drink.
Oh no, that was last week's Saturday. That was 2 Saturdays ago.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the story in the podcast. That's why.
No, I didn't tell the story in the podcast.
Cool.
I came in the podcast. And, no, remember the weekend when I said
You said you were finished.
No, remember the weekend I said,
You're done.
Remember the weekend I said, I had a bad weekend and I'm done with
That
women.
was one of them.
That was the weekend. That was the weekend. Yeah. But the shoe drinking thing, it wasn't. No, I put a cup in the shoe. I wasn't drinking out of a shoe.
I don't think that matters, to be honest. You drank out of a shoe.
The videos I have, I haven't showed you. The videos I have from that night, basically, we were at.
You told me it was my birthday part too.
It was,
Shizzo.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as your birthday, but the videos I have are hilarious. There's one video of me playing, you know, the game where they flip the bottle and they try to make it land.
Yeah.
There's a video of me playing that just by myself.
And you had fun.
If you see the celebration, I don't want to have done it.
Jeez.
There's a video of me drinking out of the shoe. There's a video of me, John, trying to talk to me. I'm just like on the wall, just on the wall, just plastered. There's bare videos. That night was hilarious anyway. But yeah, all right, cool. I stumbled across a thread on Instagram that I found mildly interesting. I thought I'd bring up. So it was like people we didn't know that
You
were
have
related.
nice nail beds.
Oh, thank you. I try.
Sorry.
Ladies,
You actually got really nice hands.
thank you. I should be a hand model.
Yeah, you should.
I'm joking. Appreciate it. Celebrities that we didn't know were related. It's a long thread, but I picked out some of the most surprising ones for me. The first one is one I don't believe. I believe it's one of them ones where how Nigerians call people their cousins when they're not cousins. So Pharrell and Timbaland are apparently cousins. They're from Virginia, so it makes sense. But I don't believe that they're cousins. But
I don't know Monica and Ludacris were cousins.
according to this thread, Pharrell and Timbaland are cousins. Monica and who?
Ludacris.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, because she was talking about it on the verses.
Fantasia.
Please, Fantasia.
Fantasia, rah.
Fantasia.
Fantasia, and Casey and JoJo are cousins.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Are Casey and JoJo brothers? Sorry if
yeah,
I'm late. I
they're
didn't know.
brothers,
I didn't even know that.
This one I didn't know. Quincy Jones and Rashida Jones. If you don't know who she is,
I don't know who she is.
That's Rashida Jones. You know she's seen her in movies before. You've seen her in movies before.
No.
I can't believe
That's his daughter.
It's his daughter. I never knew it was his daughter. This one is surprising. So in Game of Thrones, yeah, what was the ginger one's name again? The one who got his dick chopped off.
Oh, I forgot his name.
I've got his real name here, but I want to get his character name first.
Oh,
No, not Ed,
No.
man. And he was
Mr. Sharon.
his sister was the head of their family thing.
I remember, but I'm not gonna.
I remember
his
he
name.
got tortured by.
I remember.
Richard, by my man.
Yeah.
Richard.
No, but
No,
the
Mr.
brother.
Branson.
No, and he pretended that he killed the two little Stark boys. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I'm only next offering I give you is going to be another ginger.
Okay, don't worry. I'm just gonna Google it because you are testing my patience right now. Because I can't believe who his sister is. I was so shocked. Oh, cool. The character I'm looking for is
Theon.
That's
was
it.
Theon Granger.
Greyjoy. So Theon Greyjoy, is his name Greyjoy?
Mm.
Whose real name is Ali Allen, is Lily Allen's brother.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Lily Allen and Theon Greyjoy.
But
Are
I
brother
never
and
would
sister.
have. I never would have.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
This one threw me. So the legendary Berry Gordy, you know who Berry Gordy is,
Yeah.
right? The head of Motown, yeah. You would believe that, you know, his offspring, if they ever went into music, there'll be, you know, some type of legend or some type of like, you know, well-versed eyes. You know the group
Yeah.
LMFAO?
Girl, look at my body.
You know
I work out.
the lead singer, Red Foo?
With the big afro.
That's his son.
Yeah.
I'm dumbfounded by that.
I'm sexy and I know
Yeah.
it.
Red Foo from LMAFO is Berry Gordy's son.
Mad. Wiggle, 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 wiggle,
That's
wiggle.
if this thread is accurate. And there was a lot on the thread that I knew already. So those confirm that, you know, it's kind of credible. This one is through me as well. So Scarlet Witch from Marvel, from Avengers, yeah, her name's Elizabeth Ashley. Her sisters are Mary-Kate and Ashley. Elizabeth Olsen, sorry.
Oh, they're her sisters.
Her sisters are Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Ashley, oh, grown up like
Never knew that either.
Nope.
Chad Johnson, aka Chad Ochocinco, is sisters with Selena Johnson.
The singer?
Yeah.
The way you hit on me.
I don't know if that's a song, but you know Selena Johnson, right?
Yeah, it's her.
Yeah, that's his sister.
Ochocinco.
Mad thing. Yeah, those are the only ones that I took. But there's bare. The thread is long, but those are the ones that I found most interesting. You know Brandy, Ray J, and Snoop Dogg are cousins, right?
No.
There you go. There's another one for you. That one I knew already.
I know Gabrielle Union and Saweetie. Saweetie.
Yeah,
her cousin.
she's cousin with quite a few people actually. I saw
Gabrielle?
No, Sweetie. I saw a tweet where they said, Sweetie never used any of her family ties to get her far in the industry. She just came in straight out the gate with herself and never used any links, basically.
That's good.
Yeah, but going through the thread, what it showed me is that nepotism is real. Because a lot of the ones that I didn't mention are like Hollywood, like white Hollywood actors, and their children are also actors. I'm like, right. Yeah. Nepotism,
you know what's
nepotism
mad?
is real.
But you know what I think is another good one? You know Denzel Washington's son? Like, no one even know, a lot of people don't even know who he is.
Because he doesn't broadcast it, does he?
Yeah, at all.
Unlike Ched, what's his name?
Oh, please. The fake Jamaican.
Ched Hanks. Do you see he's
the Adele. Let's talk about that.
You make me laugh still.
Let's talk about that. So obviously Adele posted up a picture in her Bantu knots and Jamaican bikini, talking about what would have been Notting Hill Carnival. So I guess she was still celebrating it. And some people were screaming, I'm gonna try and find the video, cultural appropriation, and then a lot of people came to Adele's defense and was like, nah, she's appreciating black culture. Like, this is what I don't understand, yeah. So is it anybody who's not from, because my understanding is like taking someone's culture and not paying homage where it's due, or taking someone's culture and passing it off as your own, or making it seem as if it's not a thing. Do you get what I mean?
Cultural appropriation?
Yeah.
Well, I think when it is that you use somebody's culture, you benefit from it more than they
actual
benefit
culture
from them. So
okay, so I need to understand how Adele wearing that outfit and saying, this would have been like a Notting Hill Carnival or whatever. And I'm assuming it's a current picture because she's extremely slim. So it's current Adele. How that's cultural appropriation.
I've got the video of Chet West. Sorry, Chet Hanks, sorry. Hold on, one second.
Adele. You know I say me a prayer from long time, but after me see a picture I bet, it's sweet me. Me not tell no lie, my girl. Hairstyle fit you. Big up yourself.
I'm dead.
And
he is dumb. The fact that he's Tom Hanks' son is fucking hilarious.
He's too dumb. Like, he's actually dumb. And this Jamaican accent. But then it's like, you've got someone like White Yardie who's made a whole brand. Like,
isn't White Yardie from Jamaica?
He's white.
No.
That doesn't mean he's not from Jamaica.
No, I mean, he actually lived in Jamaica.
Did he?
I swear he...
I'd be making things up.
I thought it was English.
No, but White Yardie, isn't he Jamaican?
I thought it was
like,
English.
I don't know, his family moved to Jamaica and he was born and raised there.
Can we Google this, please?
I literally thought he was like a British...
Because I swear I've heard him talk properly before, and maybe he doesn't take the accent off when I don't know. Okay, what's his real name?
I don't know.
So he stays in character?
No, I thought he was actually... I thought, this might sound weird, but I thought maybe his family moved to Jamaica when he was a kid, whatever, and he just was raised there.
How about Ali G?
No, Ali G, he plays characters.
You sure?
Yeah, 100%. I've heard...
Ali G is a character, no?
Sorry, Sacha Baron Cohen. Sorry. White Yardie's not that famous for there to be information on him. No offense, but there's no Wikipedia page. All right, quick spelling Hall of Fame. I've got so many entries because we haven't done it for a while. I've got like a backlog, but I'll do 3 today. I'll do the rest later. Always trust your insects.
No.
We all know what that's supposed to be saying, right? Instincts, cool. I'm sick of y'all always wanting to go to Miami. Let's go to Dubai, as in D-O space B-Y, as in Dubai, not Dubai.
Wow.
Yeah. This one, a lot of people posted us in this, but I don't even know what the real word
boards.
is. Yeah. So,
even when they wrote the even when they wrote the
charcuteries.
Yeah, Brent, when he even corrected, said this is what I
yeah,
meant.
I saw it.
I still,
what?
I still read the screen like, buddy.
All right, so I'm gonna say the fake word. You said the real word. Shark coochie boards, and the real word is Brent.
Charcuteries.
Shower?
Charcuteries.
Charcuteries.
I didn't even know what that was.
So charcuteries is a platter of what I can see is
like
cheese,
cold meats,
like
cheese,
cold meats,
yeah,
and fruits.
Yeah.
And that's what you call a what? Charcuterie.
Let me type it so that you can hear the pronunciation.
So basically, the whole caption is, I want to be one of those basic girls that's really good at making shark coochie boards or whatever, these. And then the picture.
I just call them cheese boards. Cold meats and cheese
shark
boards.
Coochie boards.
Charcuterie.
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 Okay. Also, there's this white guy on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all the girls who send me his videos. Yeah, he basically has a whole TikTok dedicated to this kind of thing.
Oh, is it?
I've got a backlog of his videos on my phone. So but I got to kind of like write them down because the way he does it, he just kind of like looks at it and just laughs. So I need to. There's no audio, so I got to write them down. So once I get all that done, I'll read those out. What else I have on my docket? Ego versus Soul. I'll save that for next week's deep one still. I stumbled across 200 random facts today, and I just reading it for ages, but I'll save that for the next.
So you can go down that rabbit hole, but not aliens. 200 random facts.
Apparently, yeah. I was just like, some of them are mad. And I was just like, raw. Anyway, but next week. What else? I was gonna go through some of the YouTube comments.
Have you got any new? The episode came out today, right?
But something funny I wanted to do actually. I wanted to play this clip and I wanted to get.
Is it a Joe Budden Thierry thing?
No, but we can talk about that if you want to. It's a funny clip about basically. I'll play it, and then you just give me your thoughts quickly. All right, here we go.
Regular sex is another thing that is going to build your home. Regular sex. As from today, I don't want to hear I am tired. At least for the next 1 month, you should be firing every day. Look here, my sister. After food for a man is sex. I'm telling you the reality. He has paid money now. I think he has paid your bread price. Abi daddy, I've not collected anything. Hey. So she's the owner of your body. In the book of 1 Corinthians, say man is the owner of your body. Everything from your head to toe belongs to this man now. So anytime I want to browse, you have to open the computer.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not here for that shit.
Regular sex is another thing that is going to build your...
Regular. So basically, the setting is, this is a wedding. They're newlyweds. They just got married. And this is the MC of the wedding. She's giving them some advice. So what do you say to...
That's a woman.
Yeah, that's an auntie.
That's an auntie, bro.
That was a man.
So what do you say to the whole notion of, obviously did she quote a Bible verse?
Yeah.
First Corinthians.
What's the passage from that?
I'd like to see it.
So she's basically implying that after marriage, your body belongs to your husband, and whenever he wants sex, you must give him sex. What are our thoughts on this?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that stuff, and I don't believe in this whole ownership of a body, bruv. Which is why I don't believe in bride price and stuff like that. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not a commodity. I'm a person.
Yeah.
So no, anyway.
What is it? Are we unlocking some doors here?
No, I just think it's very misogynistic.
But that's coming from a woman.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
No,
but
it is misogynistic.
I feel
a woman could be misogynistic.
it is, but I do feel like culturally,
Yeah, culturally
within our culture, we have been raised in a very misogynistic manner. Like, your mum will tell you from a young age, like, if you don't know how to cook, you're not going to get a husband. If you don't know how to clean, you don't know how to get a husband. Everything is catered towards your husband, and serving your husband, providing for your husband.
Yeah.
I've watched my mum be a slave to my dad, even when he didn't deserve to be treated the way he did, but purely because culturally that's what she's meant to do.
Yeah.
And I'd love to. I believe that I'm a traditional person to a degree, but there's certain things that I just like. That sounds too like I'm your property, and you like anytime you want to browse, I now have to open the computer. No,
That's because she didn't read the entire verse.
of course she didn't.
Cool. So it says the wife does not have authority over her own body, but the husband does. That's what speaks to what she said.
Okay.
Then it says, and likewise, the husband doesn't have authority over his own body, but the wife does.
Mm-hmm.
That's
If
fine
she
by
had
me.
said that, then cool,
then it
there's
makes sense. It's
there.
equality, but that's what I'm
She
saying.
made it seem like it was just one way.
This is it, and that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't believe in like it just being one way. For example, like when people I always hear people use this example. Like, okay, cool. If is it the role of a wife to always cook and clean?
No.
And then, so for example, you can have a guy who's been at home, who's not done anything, or he's not gone to work, but he won't cook and clean because it's his wife's duty.
Okay, I would say yes.
So if you are at home
It's a hot take.
with the day off,
I'll give you context.
and you didn't go to work,
Yeah.
and your wife's gone to work,
Yeah.
and the house is a mess,
Yes.
and there's dishes needs to be
Yeah.
clean, and dinner needs to be done, you're telling me you're gonna wait for your wife to come home?
No, I'm responding to what you're saying, but I'm going to explain as to why I said yes.
Okay.
For me, I don't understand that living because that's not my experience.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my culture.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
So I can never understand it from someone else's point of view where that has been their culture, that has been their upbringing. Remember, we are results of our upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
What we believe is what we've been taught, what we have seen. So I can't come from my culture and upbringing and look to impose my expectations or my ideals onto another man who has never experienced that.
Mm.
And that's where we normally get into arguments back and forth, heated discussions, because we always expect other people to be as we grew up,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't the case. So no, I think that's madness. And even thinking about it is madness.
Mm-hmm.
Because he will sit there and he will starve if his wife never comes home.
I remember my uncle came from Nigeria once to stay. Him and his wife came. And I can't remember how we got into this conversation, but he said to me, if I come home and my wife hasn't cooked or she isn't home yet, I'm going to sit down at this table
And wait till she
and
comes
wait
home.
for her to come home
Yeah.
because that's her duty or whatever. He
But-
went on a whole tangent about, I mean,
And I think it's a generational thing. So like I said, we all know my dad is extremely old, innit? So his generation is different. So I've watched my mum wake up in the morning, make my dad breakfast, leave the breakfast and go to work. My dad's at home chilling. I've seen her make his lunch. So before she's gone to work, she's prepared loads of food so he's good. So he's got breakfast and lunch sorted before she's gone to work. And all he has to do is warm it when she's not there.
I don't think there's something wrong with that. Because that
but-
might be her labor of love. That might be her
No,
love language. that it may not be. But
Mm.
for somebody else, that might be her offering of love to him. And that's literally might be what it is that they have.
But the nigga don't deserve it though,
Again,
man.
that's your experience.
So, I'm
Yeah.
saying. So for me,
for you.
Yeah.
watching it, I just used to think, this ain't fair. But
You are very adept at cooking.
yeah, I like to cook.
And you love to cook.
Yeah,
So whenever you can, you would.
yeah,
It would be your option 2 than not to.
yes.
So for you,
But Brent,
I hear that. But if it is that you've come home, he can't be sitting there saying,
nah, because if I'm out and about, if I enjoy cooking, fair enough. But on the day that I've gone to work or I've been busy and you're at home and you literally have done nothing, and I come home and I see you're twiddling your fingers, you'll continue to twiddle your
Bro,
fingers
who has time to wait for anyone to cook for
because
them?
I'm gonna go and
'Cause I'm
shower.
I'm hungry, fam. I'm eating
I know,
now.
but I mean, but
yeah.
But then this is the thing though. I believe that the only reason, not the only reason, but I believe that one of the reasons why my mum did do that was because it was either that or
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So I didn't see it as it being just being honest, I didn't see it as it being a labour of love. I just see it as you're going to get an ass whooping if you don't. So, do you know what I mean? That's just how I saw it.
Shit then.
Weird shit then. So that's why for me, it rubbed me up the wrong way. Do you get what I mean? But, yeah.
It's crazy, y'all.
Bruv, my upbringing was a joke, man.
It's crazy, y'all. All right, let me go through a few YouTube comments and we can just do Song of the Week. All right. No, just make it longer and bring in Gloria as I love her. I don't know what the make it longer thing was in reference to. Hope it wasn't the episode because the episode was over 4 hours long. You guys never get that again, by the way. That's how it goes now. Happy 200th, guys. Whoop, whoop.
This came out today, right?
What, the comments?
Yeah, the video.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah. This one's to Brent. Brent, and also, before I read this comment on YouTube out, there's a lot of tweets
I can
that
read them
share
out. I've got them.
the same sentiment as this comment. Cool. Brent, you are very much needed. I enjoy listening to you, and I really hope you continue to share your views and opinions on these topics. Purple Love Heart. Gloria, I need more twee from you. Tree, sorry. Oof.
Oh, by the way,
Brent is throwing tantrums.
People did tweet and say stuff like, it's so cute how Yusuff and Brent understand tree. You know how you little, the no, like you were just throwing the tree words. They're like, nah, it's so cool how Brent and Yusuff have like picked up tree. Yeah. We love it. We love to see it.
This negative Nancy said, this episode wasn't great at all.
Okay, fair enough. Next.
That's all from this week's episode. But yeah, there's a lot more from last week, but yeah, that's enough for now. But yeah, no funny comments. To be fair, the Marvel one, oh shit. You know when you realise you had the email that you hadn't replied to? The Marvel episode, you love Marvin, innit?
Yeah.
The views on that episode.
I've seen.
Shit then.
You love Marvin?
No, the views on the Marvin episode has now eclipsed Judy's episode. Judy's was the highest on YouTube. Now Marvin's is higher than Judy's by quite an amount, to be fair. So yeah, shout out to Marvin, man. All right, cool. Song of the Week. Also, guys, don't forget, live show this Sunday. Next week, Sunday. Get your tickets, touchticket.co.uk. It's gonna be a fun one. Intimate, up close and personal. Who wants to go first?